Yeah. Alright guys, good morning, hope everyone is doing well. Today, it is Tuesday, February 18th, sorry I had to look at the date for a second. Alright, so I'm finally feeling a little bit better. If you guys didn't check out the last video I uploaded this weekend, I actually had the flu type A. So shout out to everybody that was yelling at me in the chat that I had the flu type A, because they were actually right. I started to get some congestion. I finally went into the doctor on day 5 of it on Saturday, and you know, they did a flu swab and it came back positive for the flu type A. It could have been a lot worse. At first I thought it was pneumonia, and they did a chest x-ray, and luckily it was just the flu. But it was tough, man. But that kind of explains a lot. You know, I felt like I got hit by a bus, and that's generally what the flu feels like. So it kind of made sense when I did get that positive result back for the flu. TT says, "Hey John, what's wrong with my application? I've been waiting for a response from you and TradeNet, but really no answer." So you're not gonna really get a response from me. It's from TradeNet. I got you though. Here, I'm gonna send you our Discord, and then just message me on there, and I'll check up on the status of yours, brother. So hold on one second. Let me just find my Discord link. Yeah, you can either message me on Discord. You can send me an email at beginnertrading@gmail.com. And I got you. I'll check for you, brother. Here's the link to our Discord if you want to check it out, man. Yeah, there's our Discord link. Like I said, you can also just email me at beginnertrading@gmail.com. And I'll check to see what's up with the status of yours. But yeah, just let me know, man. Just probably messaging me on Discord is probably the easiest way. If you want me to check up real quick, I can just hit my contact up and ask him and say, yo, what's the deal with such and such application, and he'll probably give me a response within the hour or two before the stream's over with. So yeah, if anybody wants that, let me know. I got you. What's up, Vladimir? What's up, brother? What's up, Austin? What's up, Luke? What's up, Nick? What's up, Rhetorical? What's up, team? Good morning, guys. Man, I got a lot of messages on Discord, man. We must have a lot of new people joining. Let's win this thing. Cindy, sorry, I'm trying to catch up with a few people. Ah, there we go. Did you ever get an email? TT. Yeah, I guess you're probably in the process of sending me a message, I'm assuming. If you can't see where to send me a message, just go to the Team London. There you go. There it is. Alright. Alright, I got it. Hold on. Alright, let me get West Coast in here. Hold on. What's up, team? But with all that said, what's up, guys? I am back. I'm actually feeling good this morning. I'm feeling okay. I'm not sick. It's been long enough, right? Yeah, I mean, I got my login. Let me send a message to myself with this info. No. Alright. Sorry, I'm trying to get West Coast Gamer up in here. Let me figure this out. Alright, guys. So What's up, AY? What's up, man? What's up, Rich? Yeah, appreciate it, man. Yeah, dude, it sucked, dude. That was the worst. I've been sick in a long, long time. It was terrible, man. It was absolutely terrible. I literally, on the plane ride home, I started feeling bad. I started feeling bad on the plane ride home. And guys, if you haven't found out from the thumbnail already, my wife will be here today. She will be here trading and hanging out with us. Probably in like 30 minutes or so, 30, 45 minutes she'll be here. But yeah, like on the plane ride home from Disney World, like as soon as I woke up, my last day there, I woke up and I felt terrible. And then I got on the plane and then I felt worse. And I just knew I was sick. As soon as I got home, it was on my birthday, I just laid in bed and the only time I got up was to do the streams. That was literally the only time I got up to do the streams. What's up, Can? What's up, brother? What's up, West Coast? Yeah, I'm working on that right now for you, West Coast. I got you, bro. Hold on. I got you, man. There it is. Let me copy all of this. Send this to my contacts. There we go. Alright, West Coast, I got you, bro. Hey, I passed it on to them, and I'm going to see if they'll let you in, man. So if you get your email, brother, you're in. But I can't say whether you will or won't, but I'm just saying I passed it on to the necessary authorities. And so I got you. I passed it on, man. Will I get to be on your team? I don't know, Can. You got to request it, brother. You got to request it. You had to sign up, and if not, I could ask. Good thing it was the coronavirus. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me ask them. Alright, well, the message I got, West Coast, was that they were forwarding it to back office for registration. And so, I think that's good, man. I think you might be in, but I don't know. Can't say for sure. Competition starts tomorrow. But, let's cross our fingers, you know. Yeah, it could have been the coronavirus. It's plausible. That's plausible. It very easily could have. But it wasn't, because, here's the thing, right? I went to my doctor, and I'm going to talk about stocks in a second. I just feel like I've been sick for a week, and I haven't been able to say anything, really. They said it's a bit late, but they're going to see what they can do, is what they said. Alright, so they're going to try. But anyways, so I went to my doctor's office, right? And as soon as I get to my doctor's office, they made me sign like a coronavirus form. Like probably like if you have coronavirus, we're gonna ship you off and quarantine you form, whatever that means. A coronavirus liability form is, I'm sure, probably what it was, right? And so they made me wear a mask. I was already wearing a mask because my wife makes me wear a mask everywhere, and so I was already wearing a mask. But as soon as I got to the doctor, I had to sign like a coronavirus liability form, basically, at my doctor's office. And so then everybody's already looking at me like I got the coronavirus. Turns out it was just the flu, and it wasn't the coronavirus. But, man, I felt like I had the coronavirus for a solid 30, 45 minutes in the doctor's office. What's up, Rudy? What's up, man? Alright, well, then you're in, Canna. You should be on my team then, brother. What's up, JB? What's up, brother? Are you hissing at me, dude? Who are you hissing at, man? Who? Me? What? My son's hissing at me, man. How dare him? How dare him, man? My son thinks he's man enough to hiss at me? What? It's messed up, man. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and look at some stocks now. Alright. BLPH popping up here. This is probably one of the biggest movers, and this is a former runner as well. BLPH gapping up from 343 all the way to 590. Solid gap up here, big percentage move. I don't know whether this one's gonna be tradable for us or not, but BLPH is ripping up here. It looks interesting, and we'll see if we can have some fun moves from this one today. And so yeah, BLPH gapping up from 343 to 605. Let me see if this one's tradable. I did end up losing some money on Friday. If you guys remember, I set a stop loss. Honestly though, I had some fog. I had some brain fog, man. Like I was trading with the flu. I mean, I'm still $1,600 in profit, so I'm still fine. But yeah, I had some brain fog for sure. Nah, BLPH is not tradable. That's unfortunate. Anyways, we also have MORF, which is, it looks alright. LM, Leg Mason, gapping up. Looks like an acquisition of some sort for this one, though. This one looks like almost a pure acquisition of some sort with this gap up with no volume in between. GSX might be interesting here. And SPCE, this one actually looks very strong, and this one is tradable. I know for sure this one is tradable. So SPCE's worth a watch. We got BEN, which is Franklin Templeton Investments. Sounds like the snootiest investment company ever. We'll see what happens. We got RESI. We got RESI gapping up here. We'll see what happens. We got INMD, Integred Med. We got KR here. We got Tesla. A lot of people talking about Tesla making a huge run. Yeah, we got BTAI, which was another one we were talking about last week. BTAI. We got RH. We got ESPR, LPTH, and that's about it. You know, not really seeing anything else in these gap ups that I'm really in love with. INO. We got KR. Nah. Alright, I'm gonna go give my kids a hug goodbye real quick. Hey, buddy. Oh, hey, buddy. I love you.
I love you too.
Have a good day, bud. Alright, let me catch back up on the chat. Sorry, guys. Did you hear about the 2 people in Russia who were diagnosed with coronavirus, quote, no longer have it? I mean, that's gonna be... I mean... Alright, I love you, sweetie. Have a good day. Do good in softball. Alright, love you. Oh, man. But yeah, so of course the Russians are going to say that, though. Of course the Russians are going to be like, yeah, we don't have it anymore. Sure you don't, you know. But I think we should probably test them anyway, right? Oh, no, not this guy. What's up, Maestro? Hey, John, you need to do something about my application for the World Series. Hey, brother, like I said, I don't know if you missed the... I was talking to you earlier, man. Send me a message on Discord or email me your name and I'll check it out and see what's up. Message me your name or your email or whatever, and I'll reach out to them and see what's up. See if I can get it rolling for you, man. Alright. But yeah, I'm finally feeling better, man, but that sucked, dude. That was terrible flu. Oh no, not Ryan's. Ryan's, brother, listen, if you're one of those fake guys that's like, Mr. Wilson helped me to make $7,653.93 from his unique and brilliant trading platform, and then you got a bunch of bots that come along and they're like, oh, he helped me too. What a nicely, kindly sir. You know, he helped me make $7,563 today in the market. Don't be that guy, bro. You're gonna get banned here. We're gonna make fun of you. It's just not gonna be cool, man. Yeah, just giving you a heads up. I'm not saying you are that guy. I'm just saying you kind of sound like that guy right now. Oh, look, there's the fake guy. Is this the fake guy? Look. Look, there's the fake guy. Please tell me more about it, kind sir. Like, I got my whole comment section on my videos is overrun by just fake accounts. Never email these people. If their trading system really worked, they wouldn't be scourging people from the comment section of videos. You know what I mean? Don't do it. I'm gonna give you like... Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start going over the news. Don't do it, man. I gotta watch my chat like a hawk now. Alright. I'm gonna take my cough drops. It's about to cough all over the place. And yeah, we're gonna start looking up some news. Number one is BLPH. Man, y'all are making me cough too much, man. Oh, that cough. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I couldn't tell if he was like joking at first because you get so many like characters here. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. What's up, Taylor? I got you. Taylor's like, let's talk stocks, John. Like, come on, man. Like, snap out of it, bro. Alright, I got it. First one I'm looking up today is BLPH. BLPH, former runner, stock that's made a lot of moves historically. And basically, BLPH is up after it reported positive top-line data from an ancillary acute hemodynamic study of Inopulse for the treatment of pulmonary hypertension associated with pulmonary fibrosis, end quote. And again, this is from Globe Newswire. So yeah, basically positive top-line data from their ancillary acute hemodynamic study on the Inopulse for the treatment of pulmonary hypertension associated with pulmonary fibrosis. Basically, to put that into a nutshell, this is just positive top-line results for BLPH, and it's gapping up from 343 to 588. Huge percentage move. We'll see what happens with BLPH. It's worth watching for sure here. I'm gonna ban these guys yeah, I'm just gonna ban these two people before I'm gonna leave Patrick, I guess, but I'm just gonna ban these people before they come back and try to spew the same nonsense to me. Alright, BLPH. But yeah, like I said, my comment section never sees the end of those people, man. You know? They're like, has anybody ever heard of the market guru, Mr. Williams? Mr. Williams, with his coveted trading strategy, you know, has made me $7,653.29.5 since yesterday, and I just cashed out this morning. You know, I get that stuff all the time, man. It's constant. It's always a super specific number to try to make it sound more credible too. All right. But yeah, we got WSG gapping up here. We got BBI. We got BEN. BEN looks good. Franklin Templeton Investments. And so this one's gapping up from 24.36 to 27.78. I think this one's probably tradable too. Alright. And so, Franklin Templeton Investments here is up because they are supposed to buy Legg Mason for $4.5 billion in cash. And so that's what's going on. It's an acquisition. Franklin Templeton is supposed to be buying Legg Mason for $4.5 billion in cash. I saw Legg Mason earlier. We'll have to wait and find that one. We also have VIVE. VIVE. Not really seeing anything new for VIVE here, so we'll have to come back to this one for VIVE. We got GSX here. GSX, which is gapping up some. Alright, so GSX, they put out EPS of 7 cents or 70 cents, which beat the 9-cent estimate. They put out sales of $935.027 million, which beat the 119 million estimate. So good results for GSX. We'll see what happens with it, but positive results. We'll see what goes on with this one after that. Again, a lot of people talking about SPCE here. SPCE making huge moves this morning. Let me see if Mitch is in here. Oh my gosh, man. How dare you, Powerline. Get out of here, man. Alright. But yeah, SPCE, space sector. As Mitch likes to say, spice. Alright, so the company announced that they relocated Spaceship Two to their commercial headquarters, which is inching the company closer to implementing its commercial service. And that was the results that came out for Virgin Galactic Holdings, which is SPCE. Again, they are up because on Friday, the company announced it relocated Spaceship Two to their commercial headquarters, which is bringing them closer to implementing their commercial service for space. So we'll see what happens. That's what's going down with it. We got RESI, which is kind of gapping up some here too. Alright, so Amherst, MW Amherst Residential was supposed to be acquiring Front Yard Residential in a deal valued at $2.3 million. Alright, and so this company was supposed to be acquired for about $2.3 billion from Amherst, MW Amherst. So we'll see what happens with RESI as well. Kind of boring, slow, low volume. BTAI moving, not that much volume. INMD, Integramed. This one had good earnings, it looks like. It had fourth quarter results, revenue, EPS that came out. Looks like it was all positive for the most part. Sales were 190 million versus the, or 190 to 198 million versus the 190.5 estimate, so a little bit better than expected sales. EPS of 185 to 193 versus the 170 estimate, so a little bit better EPS as well. And some positive results for INMD. We'll see what happens with this one, but that's what's going down with it. Then the big boy that everybody wants to talk about, Tesla. Now, Tesla's up. Morgan Stanley put out something on Tesla that said, quote, "Our new bull case reflects 4 million units of auto volume by 2030 with a 12% operating margin. This compares with our base case forecast of 2.2 million. Our base case forecast of 2.2 million units and 10% OP margin by 2030. We also put out something that said Tesla is going to, Tesla was ordered to stop Clerning Forest land for Gigafactory in Germany. Try to find the real catalyst behind some of this. Alright, so number 1, Tesla's nearing a deal to use batteries made by contemporary Amperex tech that doesn't contain cobalt in cars it makes in its China plant, Reuters reports. It would be the first time the US car maker has used batteries that don't contain cobalt. And so I guess that's the news for Tesla. Let me see. Maybe somebody else here knows the news better than I do. Nah, man. Honestly, I've been sick. There's Tim Sykes in here as well. Mr. Wilson and Dennis the Menace. Hey, I like that movie, man. That was like my movie as a child, you know. Alright guys, you guys ready for the World Series of Trading? It starts tomorrow, guys. World Series of Day Trading starts tomorrow. What's the news for Tesla, though? Tesla price target raised. We'll have to come back to Tesla. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so I guess that's the news, is that Tesla might stop using cobalt in their batteries. Is that, I don't see any other news for Tesla here. If you guys know anything specific on Tesla that could be causing this move, let me know. Because I see price target was raised to $7.30 a share from $3.25 by Bernstein. And I mean, that's not super significant considering Tesla's at like 800 and something now. And so it's like, great job, bro. I don't really see anything else. A few stuff came out yesterday. That's basically it, is that Tesla's nearing a deal to end cobalt production for their batteries. That's all I see. I guess they give you another one, Luke. I don't know, man. You'd have to ask them about that, brother. Please check INO. Yeah, INO doesn't look bad. We'll see. INO might be interesting. Let's look at the other gap downs. Specifically, what is this? Oil? Or natural gas? Natural gas is down. Nothing else that looks that good, though, honestly. BRZ. All of this is mostly ETFs and stuff. EQ and R, maybe. Yeah. Didn't they just fire a new rocket into space? Tesla? Alright, so Morgan, Cohen, Bernstein, and a bunch of others are bullish on Tesla. However, the highest price target I found was 750 area. They will give a lower bull price just to get it cheaper. Yeah, for sure. What's up, Game Face? Yeah, I'm better, brother. I'm better, man. Yeah, like I said, if you're just now joining us, I had the flu. I tested positive for the flu type A, which is the worst type of flu. That's what it was. And so I'm actually surprised I was able to stream with the flu like that, because that was the flu. I tested positive for the flu. I went in to get a chest x-ray because my lungs were not sounding very good, and they did a flu swab and it was positive. So that's what it was. It was the flu. INO claims to have a vaccine for the corona. Let's take a look at that news. That's interesting. I'm gonna go grab myself some coffee. I am gonna be back drinking coffee. I have been drinking coffee in the last few days. But yeah. China Z says coronavirus impact on the economy is temporary. Head of Wuhan Hospital, Louis Ziming, dies of coronavirus. Well, I think that with the coronavirus, there's certainly something that they're not telling us here. If all these higher up people are all of a sudden dying from the coronavirus, I mean, it's not as benign as they originally made it out to be. If the head of the Wuhan hospital is dying from the coronavirus, then, you know, it's got to be somewhat serious. You know, that's not really, you know what I mean? Like, people die from the flu, but it's very rare. Like I said, I just had the flu, you know what I mean? Like, people die from the flu, but it's not that common. Weird. It's kind of scary. The U.S. said 40 Americans on the Diamond Princess have coronavirus. Damn. What's up, Ben? Oh, man. Alright. But yeah, so INO, man, the coronavirus is scary. I didn't see anything for INO. Maybe something must have come out a few days ago, because I'm not seeing anything recent, really. I'm seeing the 40 Americans on the Diamond Princess ship have the coronavirus. And this is all from like a few days ago. And so we'll see. But I'll have to check that out, Scott. But yeah, I'll watch INO for sure. Should be interesting. Alright, but then looking at the overall market itself here. Market is down some today. Alright. But yeah, man, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary for sure. Alright, I'm gonna go grab myself some coffee, team. So I'll be right back, guys. It's time for some coffee. I haven't had some this morning. I'm still moving a little bit slow as opposed to how I was last week, but I'm back finally, so I'll be right back. Alright, guys, so it is Tuesday, February 18th. Look at this mug I bought myself at Disney World, though. It's a Baymax mug. It's huge. It's probably like, in Disney World, this thing's probably like 80 bucks, too. I don't know how much it was, but I got this huge mug. the first time I get to kind of enjoy myself back from Disney World. Alright. I'm trying to share a link from LA Times. Maybe send it to me through Discord and I'll repost it, Miguel. I got you. Sometimes it'll let people post stuff, sometimes it won't. So, my bad if it doesn't. I got you. I'll just go around. Yeah, here's a Discord link if you want to join that. Alright guys, let's win this thing, shall we? Let's win it. It should be fun. Alright, but yeah, Carol should be here in like 10 minutes. Oh man, I'm finally better though. That sucked, guys. That was terrible. That was rough. I did get a new logo, I just have been too lazy to upload it. I'll upload my logo tomorrow, but I did get a new beginner trading logo. It's actually pretty dope, man. It's pretty cool. I'll have to post it once I get it up. Hey, let's win this thing, Kevin. We got this, brother. We got this. Hey, John, while you are on the World Series of Day Trading, you will not be on the tube. No, I'm gonna be here, brother. I'm gonna be streaming it all live. I'm actually gonna be competing in the World Series of Day Trading, and I'm going to be streaming me competing in it live right here. If I lose, everybody will get to see me lose, and then if I win the World Series of Day Trading, I'll probably end up just giving the prize I win to one of our members. You know what I mean? So it'll be fun all around. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be streaming all of it, bro. Yes, sir. We got this, man. I know it starts tomorrow, Jordan. It starts tomorrow. How is Sprint doing? This is Sprint. Yeah, boring. Very, you know, channel. Until it breaks out of there. I don't know. But on a short-term basis, kind of boring for Sprint. Let's go ahead and look up the market news. I don't think I've done that yet today. Looking up the market news. Market's down slightly today. Let's go ahead and just do a quick glance over what the market's doing right now. Let's see if it gives me an ETF preview for the morning. Yeah, it did. Alright, cool. Alright, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Let me know if the music's too loud so you can't hear me. You should still be able to hear me, but if it's too loud, let me know. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and just quote this, and this is quoting from MT Newswires. Stock futures were in negative territory in the pre-market trade, weighed down by Apple's downbeat guidance, with the tech giant saying that it expects quarterly sales to miss forecasts due to the impact of the coronavirus outbreak. The guidance had soured market sentiment and restarted fears that the coronavirus is affecting companies at a more significant level than previously anticipated. As mentioned, Apple, we can go ahead and look at Apple real quick since that's one of the big things here. Apple is down more than 3% after it said Monday that due to the impact of the coronavirus outbreak, it does not expect to meet its revenue guidance for the second quarter, ending March 31st. They said they expected between second quarter revenue between $63 billion and $67 billion. But they said the worldwide iPhone supply will be temporarily constrained and demand for products within China has been affected. So yeah, and that kind of makes sense. You know, a lot of times Apple's products are made in China. And so with the coronavirus outbreak, supply and demand, stuff's going to get more expensive running through there. It's going to be harder to get because of all the issues with the virus out there, and that's just going to be causing kind of causing some strain on those suppliers, if that makes sense. And so I don't think long term this is going to hold, but I think that during the coronavirus outbreak, it makes sense for that to be down a little bit, and I wouldn't necessarily jump to any rash conclusions from it. But yeah, Apple is one of the ones that is getting hit a little bit from the coronavirus. So yeah, SPY down. We can move on to some commodities and stuff like that. I know I saw natural gas, which is DGAZ. It is down pretty big here. So natural gas is down pretty big. I don't think this is an inverse ETF. I'm pretty sure this is just it. Oh no, so this is an inverse ETF. So it looks like natural gas is going to be up. Let me find commodities. All right, so crude is down 1.7%. The U.S. oil fund is down 1.8%. Natural gas is up 6.5% because yeah, this is the inverse ETF, which is what I realized just now when I looked at it. But yeah, so again, natural gas is up 6.5%. The U.S. Natural Gas Fund is up 5.2%. Gold is up 0.3%. The Spider Gold Trust is up 0.3%. Silver is up 0.7%. The iShares Silver Trust is up 0.8%. But yeah, that's the market news today, guys. Like I said, let me know if you guys have anything specific you want me to look at. Music's a little bit loud. I got you. Hold on, let me turn that down. All right, let me go check to see. I'm gonna go see what my Kirill's doing, and then she should be ready. You ready, baby? All right, she'll be here in like 5 minutes. Music's too loud. All right, I got you. I'm just gonna put it on how I usually put on Mitch. He's right about that. Let me know if that works. That shouldn't be too loud. That should be fine, I think. Oh man, I don't know if anybody's ever had the flu. I'm sure they have, but man, the flu is one of those things that you just want to get better, man. That was terrible, absolutely terrible. I hated it. I hated it with a passion, man. That was just rough, no fun. All I wanted to do was sleep. And it was just horrible, man, just horrible. I'm so glad I'm feeling better. Took a while. Today would be day 8 of the flu. I don't know, today would be day 7 of the flu. So I actually got the flu exactly a week ago. I woke up sick with the flu on Tuesday. So yeah, no bueno, no fun, man, no fun. All right, you ready? All right. All right. Alright. Let me know if this is too loud. You might want to move that. Huh? You want it? Yeah, it's okay. Just move that stuff. Alright, so Kirill's here. Vegans don't get sick? Yeah, I know, man. It could be the coronavirus, but they checked me for the coronavirus, I'm pretty sure, when I went in there. I appreciate it, James. Thank you, sir. Drop it a little bit more. I got you. There we go. That should be a little bit better. That should be quiet enough. But yeah, it sucked, man. It sucked. Just open that up. You see the thumbnail today, baby? With the thumbnail, I tried to channel my, 90s movie poster. No, wait. No, it did. Hey, wait. It connected. Hold on. Alright. There she is. Alright, guys. I appreciate it. I know, Ray Ray. Carol, he's being a baby again.
Yeah, he is, Ray Ray. He's a baby every time he gets sick, so.
I think most guys are babies every time they get sick, though. I know I certainly am. I mean, listen, I had the flu, man. I had the flu, you know, and I still streamed every day. Everybody here should be grateful. I had the flu, and I streamed through the flu. So everybody here should be grateful, you know.
I was trying to get him to go into the doctor. Like, I told him.
Yeah, but with the flu, what are you gonna do with the? Like, you can't go to the doctor with the flu. They can't do anything for the flu.
You could have gotten on Tamiflu much sooner.
Tamiflu's a myth, man.
No, I haven't gotten sick. Jack hasn't gotten sick. We've been on Tamiflu, so.
I'm just saying. Maddie got sick.
Yeah, because you were holding her hand on the airplane.
I'm just saying, though. You know. Whatever. All right, guys. Scroll down. Oh, I appreciate the sub, Jesus. Wait, who became a member? Hey, or no, we got a new member, Jesus Prado. Thank you, sir. Hey, and appreciate you becoming a member again, Can. Thank you, brother. Yeah, we got Carol here. Look, baby, you got an emoji too. Look at that. Look, there's your emoji. Look.
Yeah.
Look, there's me. You know.
What is Mitch doing?
Oh, Mitch is pointing in an authoritarian-like way.
Yeah, it looks like he's yelling at you. He's like,
right, in an authoritarian-like way. That's me. Tell me, Ray, get it. Yell at me, bro. I get it. All right.
Yeah, he is a big baby. So.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Here, let me turn this up so you can hear it. There we go. That should work. Alright, guys. So, yeah. I'm back trading. I'm feeling better. We should finally have a good day. Tomorrow's the World Series of Day Trading. It starts tomorrow. I also wanted to say we are going to be reviewing strategies for a little while after our trading is done today for our team members. We got any team members in the chat? We should have a bunch, honestly. But if you're a team member, stick around after the trading is done today. And we're going to be talking about some strategies, talking about what we're going to do in the World Series and what our sizing plans are and stuff like that. And so stick around. We should do that after the real trading is done today. What's up, Sean? I do marriage counseling, so if you guys need counseling right here on the channel, let me know. Yeah, man. We'll hit you up about that, Mike. We got you, bro. Gideon, thanks for preserving, John.
Hey, Gideon, how's it going?
Of course, or persevering. I appreciate it, Gideon. Yeah, it was fun, man. I told my wife after. Anytime you get really sick, it kind of feels good afterwards because it's like I survived. I made it. You know.
I just don't know how like y'all got it so bad. And then Jack and I didn't get it at all.
I'll tell you this. Carol tried to blame me getting sick on one astronaut ice cream sandwich.
Okay, no.
One astronaut ice cream sandwich. She tried to blame me for getting sick.
No. Okay, so look, let me tell you this. So we go there and it's like we're flying in the midst of all this corona stuff, like flu season, all kinds of junk. And like, so we get there and it's like, hey, look, we're going to be really careful to sanitize our hands. And like each time because you think about it, like you go on the ride, you hold on, and like everyone's been touching that and they probably haven't cleaned their hands. Like it's just great. And it's Disney World. There's tons of people there. We go, basically the first ride we go on is Space Mountain. And we get off and like we go through that gift shop there, and John gets this
I got an astronaut's ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, it's like
those things are so good.
They're
delicious.
But I look over and he's sitting there eating it with his nasty hands. He hadn't sanitized his hands, and like we learn a couple hours later that they get 6,000 people an hour on Space Mountain. Like 6,000 people going, like, hundreds of people have touched that seat, and like John is sitting there eating his food, and I kind of like freaked out because that's one of my things, like kind of germaphobic. Yeah, like thinking about that,
and I'm not at all. I'm not. It was a good ice cream sandwich. I was trying to give some to Maddie. I was trying to spread the love. I had an astronaut's ice cream sandwich, and she was just not happy with it.
But 3 days later, he ends up with the flu, and then gets Maddie.
It was 5 days later.
No, it wasn't.
It was 5 days later.
You got sick when we were leaving, so that means that you were probably starting to get sick the night before. That was 3 days later.
I'm just saying, I calculated it out. There's no way that ice cream sandwich gave me the flu. No way.
I think it could have.
The incubation period does not line up correctly with that.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
Yeah. See? Sean's with me. Gross. Exactly. You put your nasty hands in your mouth.
I'm just saying, if I got sick, it wasn't from that. It wasn't from that astronaut's ice cream sandwich. It was not from that.
Mm-mm.
I don't know, R. Smith. Honestly, I was kind of against it, brother. I was kind of against it, man. At this point, though, you know how expensive Disney is, and they don't really give you refunds, bro. So
actually, yeah, we booked this place like months in advance to do this, and they recently did like a rate hike, and it was the day that we left. So
yeah,
we did it right in time.
I guess, but I don't know.
Plus, we had family coming with us, so it's like
we can't bail out on them.
Yeah, it's easy to be like, oh yeah, just don't go because the coronavirus just happened. Like, we had family coming with us in the first place, so.
See, I got somebody on my team, man. I got Jamie right there saying, I feel you, John. My wife's the same way. I know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. You know? I just think of it, I'm building my immune system, you know? I might have been sick more this year, but like most of the time, all my family's sick and I'm not sick. And so I just build my immune system. I'm fine, you know? I call it immunity building.
How did they, who was that? Gold-plated Productions. How did you find out that it leaves men infertile? Where'd you hear that? I haven't heard that yet. And yeah, Sean, like I brought.
Maybe that'll be a good thing, man. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Not for like men. That? I'm saying if I got it is what I mean. I didn't mean for like all men in general. I'm saying like if I got it, it was a bad joke. But
yeah. I didn't just kick you a couple
yeah,
times. And
but
it'll, you know.
I didn't mean it for like universally. I didn't mean it universally. Oh no, we got Mitch in here. Let me get him set up. Yo, what's up, Mitch? You there, bro? I gotta turn this down a little bit because it's so loud, man. There we go. What's up, Mitch? Yo, yo. Mitch got himself a new puppy.
Puppy crazy.
Mitch got himself a red healer, I believe, right?
Yes, a red healer.
Oh. Is it a puppy or is it like a...
It's a puppy.
10 weeks old puppy.
10 weeks old puppy.
Oh.
Look at that. Look at that. They're sweet dogs.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Look at this. This is
you have no idea.
Right
I got this. I got this dog from a straight cow herder. Like I went to a cow farm, way out in Colorado.
What?
Yeah, like cool. There was like a 500 cattle farm. It was hilarious.
That's cool. Well, they're cattle dogs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got their skill.
Yeah.
The mama's still working hard.
Right.
Shaking those cattles.
Yeah, they do their thing, man. They do their thing, and they're serious about it too. I don't know if anybody's ever seen Babe. Everybody's seen Babe. You know. All right. So what's up, man? So how about the World Series of Day Trading starts tomorrow, brother? Starts tomorrow.
Oh, that's what I'm really excited about. I know that today I'm gonna try to take it easy. I'm really not paying attention too much. I didn't get enough pre-market sessions, so just gotta be smart. When you're not fully prepared, that's not the day you want to go hard. That's the day you want to take a couple of steps back. Just try to nail a good trade and get on out of here.
Yeah.
But definitely tomorrow, really excited. Gonna be sizing up. It's going to be really fun, taking some chances, and not only taking chances, but trying to prove that your process can be scalable. A lot of people can trade, but can you start trading and scale that strategy up? By scaling, we mean, going bigger and bigger in sizing.
But yeah, that's what I think it was the bad move for me to try to scale up in size last week when I had the flu, man. That was just the wrong move. Just the wrong decision, man. Just the wrong decision, you know.
That's how it goes sometimes. Feeling better though?
Yeah, I'm feeling much better, man. Finally, bro. Listen, like I said, I got. It was actually good news to hear I got the flu because I went to the doctor, and I swear, dude, this is what happened. I'm gonna explain my doctor's trip real quick. I know the open's about to happen, but I go to the doctor, and I get to the doctor, and I'm having all this congestion, right? So the doctor comes in, and the doctor listens to my lungs and just freaks out. The doctor just freaks out. Says, oh, that sounds like pneumonia. We got to get somebody in here. And they run somebody in there really quick. They give me a shot of antibiotics. They give me a shot of steroids. They start freaking out before they even do an x-ray. And so then I do an x-ray. And after the x-ray, they're like, oh, well, your lungs really aren't that bad. You know what I mean? But just go ahead and finish. Yeah, just go ahead and finish your antibiotic. And I'm just kind of like, what? And they were like, but you did test positive for the flu type A. That's what happened to me at the doctor's office. And I'm sitting there like, why'd you just come in here and give me a shot then? Like, what was the point of that? What was the significance of that?
Boy said Corona.
Right. Yeah, they were like, no. Let's get this dude tested now, ASAP. You know.
Antibiotics now.
Right.
I'm surprised we didn't find you in quarantine, man.
Right. They were like, no, sir. Like, and they had me wearing a mask and everything, you know. Huh.
Well, the mask is to like,
well,
protect you from other people's.
Yeah. I hate hospitals.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
For that reason right there.
And maybe this is just kind of like the weirdo in me, but like each time I go to either like a doctor's office or like a hospital, I feel like I have to like decontaminate myself after. Like I gotta shower, I gotta wash my hair. Like you'd be surprised
She's
at
not.
the
She
amount
hates
of...
it, man. She hates it.
Yeah, I do.
She hates doctors. She hates germs, is what it is. She's a germaphobe.
Or just like people coughing in general. Like,
Yeah.
like if I'm standing in a crowd and I hear people coughing, I feel like they're coughing on me.
They are.
You know?
They are coughing on you.
Exactly.
They're like, look,
Thank
there's
you
Carol.
for
There's like,
reaffirming.
they're like, look, there's Carol. I'm just gonna cough all over her. There she is. You know, time to unload. You know, that's how they are. Hold on, let me get this working. Look at this. You see my green screen, man? I either look like a ghost or yeah. You see that?
I'm gonna do that.
Sorry, Mitch. My bad, bro. Hold on.
Oh, you're good, bro. I'm chilling out. I'm trying to take care of the pups.
Yeah. Oh.
Make sure they fall asleep. Trying to get them to fall asleep before they open.
Alright. Alright, there's the bell. We're just gonna have to leave it like that, and we're just gonna have to be the fuzzy people. Alright, there we go.
Yeah, we'll be good.
That's cool. Alright.
Anyways, Carol's got this today.
Alright, you ready, baby? You trading today? Come on, let's do it. Alright. Throw her in the hot seat, bro. Throw her in the hot seat, man. Let's do it. Here. Here's the mouse.
The top girl trader taking over.
Top day
The
trader.
John and Mitch show.
Yeah, for sure. Back testing, one Thinkorswim with similar buying power for World Series. Nice, Bailey. Hey, you got this. Like I said, we're gonna be going over some strategies today.
Oh yeah.
All right, BLPH. I don't think this one's tradable for us, unfortunately, today. But BLPH, running up a little bit. All right.
Small little push there. CGC.
IQ getting hammered.
Space looks good. 89-cent push out I see there.
Oh yeah, you see Tesla today too?
Probably doing great.
Yeah, Tesla's making a rip. It's at 860s or 855s now. I hear that little puppy.
I know, I'm gonna have to mute myself. I'll be muted and I'll come in and out, guys.
No, you're good, bro. It's not too bad. I mean, I don't know. Ask the chat, but it doesn't bother me that much. You're good. But...
Yeah, I'll just try to be in and out with my voice.
Okay. There's AMD ripping up. Hey, you as well, Gaurav. Good luck, brother. Man, I gotta fix this. There's gotta be a better way. That's not that bad, right? There we go. That'll work. Alright.
We do look kind of ghostly.
Right. Don't we look pale? We look like Edward in Twilight. You know? And look, I even got like kind of a sparkly shirt a little bit. You know?
Like, it doesn't work like that. I was gonna be like I'm like sticking my arm through you like ghost.
No.
No.
Didn't work.
Uh-huh.
No.
I tried.
You tried.
You know.
Yeah, it's alright.
Alright, here.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Alright.
Baby.
Alright.
Here, you need to zoom in on some of these so I can like see what's happening.
Alright. Look at
Look,
IQ.
look at that.
No, we're not trading Tesla. I'm gonna limit that one.
Why not?
Because the range is huge. Look at the range. The range is like $100.
Oh.
Meaning, like, you could buy one share and make $100. You know.
I traded Tesla last time I was on here.
I know, and it scared me, man.
I was either profitable or I broke even.
I know. I'm just saying.
What does everyone say it was? Slade the Dragon.
Slade the Dragon. Yeah, the Dragon. Tesla the Dragon. That's their nickname. It's Tesla the Dragon. Good luck to you as well, Gaurav. You got this, brother. I thought you guys were ghosts at Disney, John. Hey, we might have been, man. You know.
Apparitions.
Honestly, we were burnt out for sure.
It's a long trip, but it's good. It's worth it.
Nah, by like day 4, you're over Disney, man. Yeah. But by day 4, you're like, yeah, this is cool. You know.
Yeah.
Like, let's get the hell out of here.
No,
you know what I mean?
honestly, so John and I went out the night before our last night, and it was my sister's last night with her son, and like they went and did the whole the fireworks show.
Yeah, we didn't have our kid.
Yeah, we didn't have our kids because my dad was watching them, and we were kind of going out. We went out to the Edison in Disney Springs, which was pretty cool. They had a lot of cool cocktails. We drank some absinthe and
yeah, they had like an
crazy
absinthe thing. And
yeah, like it was cool. So the last night we were like, oh well, that's like the perfect way to end Disney is that fireworks show. And like we got there early, we got like right up front, and it was so cool. Like my daughter said she was like, I started crying a little bit because it was like we had just such a long week, like a long tiring week, and it was their first time to Disney. Like
yeah,
it was a good way to end.
It was
the
good,
trip.
but it was
perfect.
But we were burnt out, man.
Yeah,
I was unhappy at the end of that day. I was ready to go to sleep, you know, and then I woke up the next day sick.
Yeah,
it sucked.
And I was leaving.
Yeah.
It was fun though. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like Disney. It had been 20 years since I've been at Disney before that.
And we did I know I'm gonna end up talking about Disney half the time here. We did the hotel that we stayed at. It was like the island themed, the Polynesian, and they did the Spirit of Aloha, which was like this luau dinner, which I've never done. I've never like experienced anything like that. And they had the fire dancing guy. That was so cool.
Yeah.
Like Jack fell asleep on that night, so John had to kind of carry him back to our hotel, but Maddie and I stayed, and it was so cool.
Yeah.
Like there's so much fun stuff to do there.
Yeah.
It's like you never really run out of fun stuff. Like I could probably stay there for like a week or two, just depending on how the kids held up, and it would be a good time for me, I feel like. And maybe I'm just saying that because I'm already back home, and it's like I think I was ready to go the day that we left, but I'm like kind of ready to go back already.
Yeah, I like Disney World. I don't know, not me. I mean, I just recovered from the flu, so I don't want to go back. I just want like a solid sorry. I just want like a solid week of like feeling better before oh, I got a cough.
I know. I don't
Chill out.
I don't want
man. You see, she's like germophobic, man. But no, I just want like a week of feeling better first before I'm like, you know.
I don't see really any that are like that are doing kind of.
Well,
what about this right here?
No, it hasn't dropped too much. We're just waiting, guys. We're waiting for some setups. Look, if space maybe pulls back to like 72, you could risk off of like, I don't know. Or like Roku maybe. IQ had a good fade. Look at that one.
Yeah.
We're just waiting, guys. Alright. Yeah, that one pops up there. You want to get ready to do it? Alright, Kale's gonna trade. Alright, so like if it gets up to like here, jump in, risk off of like this level. You know? Get it ready.
I'm gonna short it, right?
Well, no, that's space. You want to put a pull-up AMR in, and it's not even ready yet. You don't know if it's actually going to do that. Here, look. There you go.
Okay.
Get you like 200 shares. I don't know if it's going to do it because it hasn't yet. Tesla's dropping some.
So, like, right here? Or...
Well, you gotta wait for it to pop up there.
I know, but I'm saying, like, this is what I would jump in, right?
Yeah, like 18. And then you just risk it off of that top one right there, like 1805 maybe. Look at MU. Look at MU.
Look.
Alright.
Do it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Alright. Alright. You're just gonna look for a break. Remember, just be patient with it. What do you think about Bitcoin? You talking about me or Carol? Me? I like Bitcoin. I don't think it's going to get much higher than it is now. At least I don't think it's going to sustain much higher. And the reason...
Real quick, where do I want to take profits if it goes like down here?
I would get it down at like 1790s. Yeah, that's where I would take profits. Just be patient though. Like you got a long...
1790?
Yeah, like down here.
Oh.
But yeah, like you get a lot of people that think Bitcoin is just gonna like shoot up to the moon and go to like 100K, and I just couldn't imagine one coin being 100K. I don't know how feasible that is, and I don't know how like realistic that is. I think people want it to go there because obviously it's good for their investment, but I don't know if it's actually going to do that, and I think a lot of times it's just what people want to happen as opposed to what actually might happen because they've built all these different businesses around it, right? And so naturally they're biased in favor of it going up to 6 figures, which I don't know how feasible that is, you know. But again, I don't know enough about it, and I might be just straight up wrong there, and that's very possible too.
Yeah, the alligators. Yeah, I mean, I think Disney, all that land that they bought was just all swampland.
Yeah, dude, Disney owns
a lot
of land out there.
It's basically like its own little city, like its own little town.
Right. Yeah, Disney's balling out of control over there, man. And Disney, man, everything's expensive, dude. I get a cup of coffee. I bought 3 cups of coffee. It's like $40 up there, man. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like other hotels will give you coffee for free. You know? So like
well,
they're taxing you for everything.
No, we got our... I think you're thinking of bottled water.
No, I went up there to that coffee shop where it had the fried bacon, the chocolate covered bacon.
Oh, well, you should have gone down to the Captain Cook thing.
CGC looking really nice. Bounce.
Look,
Yeah, just be patient.
It's gonna,
look, you're barely in the money. You're not in the money. You gotta let it make some money.
Another one I like, guys, CRWD.
CrowdStrike.
That one looks really good for a bounce. It should be pulling back now.
Look. Just let it work. Just let it get down there. Look, you're up $6.
I don't like waiting.
I know, well that's part of it. You hear that, man?
I love it.
I'm impatient.
Well, I'm just gonna go against her. She's gonna get so mad at me now.
Yeah, I probably will.
That is a big upwick, though. Look at that upwick, man. That was quick. You were up like $6.
It's still profitable.
Yeah, but not.
See, I'm gonna lose.
Look, just follow the range. You know.
But do I let it like test that line, like kind of see what happens?
Yeah, I bet I'd get ready to get out. You were up like $6. That wasn't
Yeah,
enough.
and you told me not to do it.
You were up like $6.
See, now I'm down $16. Thanks, baby.
You're welcome. It's my account. I mean, look, see? Just be patient. Let it test the range. You know? Because, like, if it gets rejected and comes back below now, it's even weaker. And it's good. Just let it test the range. You know?
This makes me nervous. I don't like this. Makes me nervous.
Just get ready. It's testing your
I can see
range.
how if you're someone who is kind of like how you like playing poker, like it's kind of like an excitement thing, like seeing what's gonna happen.
No, poker's not an excitement thing at all. Poker's a grind. I don't even like playing it.
Seeing what's gonna happen, like you never know what's gonna happen. Like you never know if it's gonna.
Yeah, but if I wanted that, I'd play craps or like blackjack or something. You know. All right, now it's time to get out. There you go.
See.
Yeah.
Could have been up.
You had your
8.
try. Look, you could have been up $6.
Oh, $6.
You know? And you did good. It's alright. You stuck to your levels. You're learning. You know.
Yeah, right. It's expensive at Disney.
Yeah, it is super expensive.
It's fun though. And hey, look, I'll say this too. Like we went as a group. We had like 10 people in our group. It is very worth it if you're gonna go to Disney, like as a group of people, to like they have like the fast passes where you could like I think it's like you get 3 fast passes a day, and you have to like schedule. You have to like say, let's like you want to go on Space Mountain. You have to schedule that, and they'll give you like a time, like hey, you could come here between 12:30 and 1:30, and you could get on. So like they'll schedule the groups, a couple groups at a time throughout the day. It's very worth it, like for Magic Kingdom, if you're gonna go, especially with your kids. Like if you're gonna bring your kids, if you have a group of like 8 to 10 people, they have like a third-party tour guide group. And like it's expensive up front when you look at it, but if you split it between 10 people, it's definitely worth it. Like our first day, and like people who have been to Magic Kingdom before, y'all can tell me, like you usually go and you wait in lines for 3 hours, and like you ride like 2 or 3 rides a day. Our first day we did like 13 rides, like the big rides like Space Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, the Mine Train, the Snow White Mine Train.
Yeah.
Like we did all of the big ones, and like they had us running around. Like we got to go to sit down lunches. We got to go to like sit down lunches. Like we weren't like racing around trying to get in line to wait. It was really worth doing that. Like if you're gonna spend a little bit of extra money to have a good day there with a group, like it's like I said, especially with the group, like it probably wouldn't be worth it for.
Hold on. Hey, what's up, Jai? Appreciate the sub, brother. Appreciate the shout out to Jai for becoming a member of our channel, brother. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the support. Shout out to my man Jai. What's up, brother? Appreciate that, man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the love, brother. Thank you, man. Thanks, brother. Is it Jai or Jay? If it's Jay, my bad, bro. But we appreciate you becoming a member, man. Great way to help support our channel here, brother. So shout out to you. Adam says, glad to be part of your World Series of Day Trading team. Yeah, let's do this, Adam. We got this, brother. Let's win this thing, man. We got it. But no, what she's saying is right, though. Those tours were certainly worth it. I used to go as a kid. I'd go on like 3 rides total. You know, we went on like every ride in the park with those passes.
Before you like wait out in the 100-degree heat for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And like you run out of your bottled water, and you're just SOL.
It's terrible.
Yeah. It's worth it, especially if you have young kids. So
yeah,
I'll just say that. I feel like anyone.
Man, who did the zombie, man?
I don't know.
I gotta change that. Look at the zombie. Who knew? I have a zombie, Alright. Look at Roku, though. Roku with the big pullback. Look at Roku, Mitch. Breaking lows. Let me lower this a little bit. There we go. Alright. So what's up, guys? But yeah, hey, I appreciate you becoming a member, Joe. My first terrible trade of the year, SDC, Smile Direct Club. Hey, don't stress it, Texas. You'll bounce back, brother. Still early, bro. It's still early, man. You got this. Yeah, Roku breaking lows here. Cracking down. Don't worry, brother. The last week, you know, what they say is true about the flu, though. You really do get some type of brain fog. I know I did. Like, I had some brain fog for the few days when I had the flu. I just wasn't thinking right. I just felt terrible, honestly. And I'm looking at that previous closing price on AMD, and it's kind of the same strategy I talked about over the weekend. If we look at like where this one bounced, it actually bounced right around there. It looked pretty good.
Alright guys, didn't get in it, but I called it out in the chat. LK for the VWAP bounce. Already entries there at 38 and 38.05 seemed excellent. Hope someone got in that and nailing the VWAP bounce on LK.
Yeah, that one looked pretty solid. I'm kind of looking at space. And shout out to all our new subs today. We did get a bunch of subs that I haven't really been able to keep track of. Let me find them. So, Mr. Santa Claus, Jane, B, P, appreciate the subs, guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every weekday morning, so remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We do this live every day. Kind of looking at LK for the rebound bounce setup because it's kind of looking like that. It's still a little bit early, and the spread is the biggest issue. I would have to risk off a 94, but the spread is about 7 cents. That's the biggest problem. 7-8 cents. You can get that even out a little bit. No, spread's just too rough for me. Yeah, you could short CGC, Rao. Yeah, you could short it. Yeah, you could short anything that's tradable, and CGC is tradable. So yeah, y'all want to use the same platform as us. Like I said, a lot of cool benefits. No PDT rule. You can day trade short stocks. Comes with a course. You get it on sale for $375 as well. See, there's the breakout. I was looking for that rebound bounce too on LK. Mitch was talking about the bounce on it too. We both kind of Mitch talking about it really brought my attention to it, and then the rebound bounce was there, but I missed it too. Yeah,
at least my only kind of addition to the to the chat today was a good one.
Yeah. Hey, it was good, man. It was good. I missed it too. I was kind of bummed out about it, but it happens, brother. So don't stress it. You deal with that puppy, bro. You know.
No, that's a good trade though. There's 50 cents possibility there, and you only had to really risk probably 10 or 15 cents for 50 cents.
Right.
Those are the best trades, guys.
Right.
4-to-1 trades are going to set you up. You can lose 3 trades and just make 1 winning trade on a 4-to-1 trade, and you're in the green. So that's the difference, guys. A lot of people go for 1-to-1 trades, and what you got to realize, your accuracy level needs to be up there like 80% for you to stay in the profit.
Yep.
But if you go the right risk to reward, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, or even bigger, you're going to give yourself mathematical probability to come back.
Yep. I'm also looking at. Go ahead.
Same thing goes with the competition, guys. You don't want to destroy your competition account in one trade. Try to keep it to where you know what your risk and reward is on each trade. That's what's going to get you there.
Right, exactly. And that's the big thing that we're going to focus on for the competition is I think taking risks is necessary, right? Like, you got to take risks. But you also want to take measured risks, right? And the risks, there's a few different ways and a few different strategies you could use in this competition, and we'll talk about them a little bit later. One of them is just to go for it and understand that you might lose your account, but if you do get a good trade, you know, you'll be up there, you know what I mean? And then just kind of maintain. The other one is to be a little bit more calculated, and neither of them are necessarily wrong. They both have pros and cons, though. AMD pulling back to the VWAP here. It's also where that previous closing price is. So I'm going to start to slowly scale into AMD here. especially right here with this $0.50. So I'm just in with 100 shares. Gonna trade small. Gonna look for a little move up to like 55.90s here. So really easy trade, and you know, a little early, but we're just gonna look for a nice little move up, slowly scale into it with 54 down to 55.40s. I'm gonna slowly scale into a little bit more. If it pulls back there, jump in with a little bit more size. There's 57s, 56s.
Interesting chart that looks kind of similar to your space is PTON. Very similar charts.
There's 48s here. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm in with 150 shares of AMD. Risk here is 55.30, so.
Ooh, look at that LK go, now up there to 39s. What a VWAP bounce.
Not sure about Webull Gold. Not using Webull, brother. You got me some cough drops, nice. Thank you.
So as pretty as it gets with LK.
Oh, sorry. There we go. Alright. Alright, I'm in with 150 shares of AMD. I'm gonna get out half here. Just a quick little baby trade for now. Holding 75 shares left. Same strategy I talked about this weekend though. Same exact strategy. Gonna hold it one and done on the last little bit though. Yeah, no, I'm trading a little bit earlier, Jerome. Yeah, VWAP bounce is what it was. With,
yeah, man. Look at the LK up there now, $1.50 on that breakout of VWAP bounce.
But yeah, I was waiting for that first hour to pass. But I'm trading a little bit earlier now just because I haven't been trading as much lately the last week. I've had the flu for the last week, and so I'm just getting my feet wet a little bit earlier, and you see me trading small until I have some confirmation. But this is the strategy I talked about in this weekend's video, and it's a really high percentage strategy, and so I don't mind taking, you know, taking it early with small size, basically, is all I'm doing. I've already made money in it too. I've already taken profits. I could hold the rest break even if I really wanted to, or I could add back to it as well. I'll have to decide that when it gets there. Alright, I'm out. I got out break even on the last little bit here, which is fine. Like I said, I'm trading a little bit earlier than I generally trade. Not a bad little VWAP bounce setup. And again, if we look at where the previous closing price is, this is the biggest level I'm using to guide me in this trade, is this previous close right here at 55.30s. That 55.30 level is such a massive support that I love using that as a risk, because if it breaks underneath that, it's effectively going from green to red, which just makes it a huge support level. Maybe I jumped out a little bit early here, but very profitable strategy that I don't mind kind of scaling into early here. Hey, see you, Shreep. Hey, appreciate it, Ben. Thank you, brother. Hi, guys. Is TradeNet Company European? What's up, Tar? I believe it's located... it's overseas for sure. Best to reach out to them and ask them where exactly. Great shows for day traders. I appreciate it, Mr. Santa Claus. Thanks, brother. VWAP bounce on PCG.
We have Santa Claus?
Yeah, Mr. Santa Claus here. You know, the man, the myth. He's here. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Here. Here, if you want to wear this, you can.
It's alright. I mean, I don't need to wear it. I just can't hear.
Big. Oh, I took the trash out today. Good.
Why don't you have fake eyelashes? The energy inside you.
Yeah, that's a jerk move, man.
Yeah, like what? Why are you breathing? Like, what are you?
He'll be alright. Just leave him alone. He'll be alright. Like I said, most people like that, they're just insecure. They're either insecure or they don't understand that it's kind of rude to talk about that. Probably because they don't have much experience with females. But
honestly, like, yeah, I mean, I enjoy getting my eyelashes done, so I'm gonna do it. So.
Yeah, listen. Guys will dress up in nice clothes. They get pick shoes. I like watches. She likes, you know, pampering herself. Let her do it, man. Who cares? You know. Don't worry about it. Most of the time, they're just insecure.
Yeah. You gotta do this, baby.
Oh.
No, it's alright. I think we've discussed my eyelashes at length on this channel before. So.
Right. Honestly, every other female right now is getting them too. So like, I've seen a million other women with them. So who cares? You know. They look good. Yeah. Right, they do look good.
Thank you, Mitch.
When you see more trades, could you possibly narrate through the trade execution and how it works with TEF's platform? I'm only used to Thinkorswim. Yeah, I got you, Adam. So PCG doesn't look that bad. PCG is kind of dead to me, though. I just never really trade it anymore. Oh, yeah, I watch The Spy, Gaurav. I watch The Spy. Ebro, hey, message me on Discord, Ebro. I got you. I'll reach out and talk to them today. But yeah, just message me on Discord, and I'll check and see what's the deal. Ebro, I got you. Here's the Discord link if you haven't. Right, exactly, Bailey. I was trying to think of a good analogy. Right, exactly, Bailey. Yeah. Why do I have a beard? Why do I wear a watch? You know?
Yeah. Thank you, Bailey.
You know what I mean?
I appreciate the support, you know.
Yeah.
Is Bailey the girl?
Yeah.
Hey, Bailey. It's nice to have another female
trader.
Girl presence here, yeah.
So is Gideon. Gideon's a female too.
Oh, that's what's up. Good.
Growing a beard is lazy. Doing eyelashes takes work. I mean, that's actually true, yeah. Yeah. Because a beard's easy, man. A beard's easy. I like beards because the problem with beards though is when you actually have to eat like nachos, and I love nachos. The problem with a beard is that it's super difficult to eat the best foods with a beard. It's not pleasant eating foods with beards. It's just not. It's unpleasant.
You have to be on the lookout to be like, hey, wipe your beard.
Yeah. It's unpleasant. It's not very fun. I'll say that, you know. Alright, but yeah, I got you, Adam. Whenever I get into another trade, I got you, brother. I'm just waiting right now. Well, I kind of see one for SPCE, actually. So, like, we get a pullback to 32. I might scale into SPCE here. Alright, so I used a market order here for SPCE. I'm in with 100 shares. I think this is SPCE, right? Yeah. Alright, so I just got in with 100 shares of SPCE. Looking for a quick breakout up to like 32.50 if we can get it. And I'm going to take profits quick, and so when I get out of it, I'm going to sell. Because selling is covering the position. See, there's half of the position I just got out of. And then I'm going to hold the rest to see if we get a much larger breakout over 32.50 or so is really what I'm looking here for SPCE. currently up about 20 bucks in the trade. Small trade so far, but we're gonna let it try to work here and see if we can get a move. Like I said, over that 32.50 area is like the next goal, although we are getting a pretty big pullback right now. I could add back to it too if I wanted, but we'll wait. Just kind of a quick mover right here. There's 35s. And this is a rebound bounce setup that I've talked about. Problem is the spread right now is not that great. There we go. Getting a little bit better. We need to move over this really right now. Ah. Here's the pullback. I could add some back here. I never got a chance, man. Waiting for a pullback to there, but never quite got that add position. I'm looking at CGC2 here. They're beautiful and mind your business. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate the support.
Yeah. Alright, there's 14s. Like I said, I might add a little bit back here on space if we get a pullback. I got a risk off of like 50s, 60s down here, so, you know, my risk isn't the tightest, but AMD bounce again. Yeah, the bounce on AMD is great because the reason I like the bounce there is because I can use that previous, there we go. There we go. And I'm out. All right, there's the breakout that I caught really quickly. Nice little $33 win there on space. Brought me into the green. But yeah, so basically I buy when I want to get in and then I sell whenever I get out. I use a market order for the most part because it's TEFs. But on a conventional platform, I don't necessarily recommend using a market order either. But yeah, so basically with this type of strategy, it's a strategy I've documented and talked about a ton, and it's another strategy that I think is a really good strategy for the World Series of day trading, which is just the rebound bounce setup is what I call it. So it's like we got to move above the VWAP, it puts in a low below it, and then it pushes above it, and then it pulls back here. And so you're actually looking to get in on these pullbacks to the VWAP right around there, right? So stock's above the VWAP, pulls below it, puts in a low that you can use as a risk, in this case right here. Let me clear this out. So yeah, when I jump in this trade, this is my risk. I'm jumping in here, and if the stock breaks below this level, I'm exiting the position. That's kind of my stop loss, my exit level. And the goal is just looking for a quick breakout on the upside to keep it at least 1-to-1 is all I'm really doing. And so yeah, that was kind of what I did there with it. Not bad. I kind of wish I would have held AMD a little bit longer, but it's still a little bit early. I don't usually trade this early, but you know, we'll have some chances, I think.
Oh, thank you, Ray Ray.
Ray.
I get everyone.
Ray the brick
nice
man.
Now.
Yeah.
Oh, he had to go down. He has bricks as his picture.
Yeah, that's Ray. Yeah, it's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Do you prefer market or limit order on this platform, and why? So I prefer market order. Limit orders have a 3-cent rule where you're gonna get filled 3 cents away from where you want. Market orders get me filled immediately, but that's mostly on a conventional platform. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but on this platform I do, and I like using them on this platform. So for the competition, I'll probably be using market orders, but again, I think that's all personal preference, and I think Mitch likes to use limit orders a little bit more than I do, and so I think that's all preference, so to speak. Yeah.
With market orders and limit orders, guys, you have to really understand the spread. If you don't have the right spread, you know, you could you could hurt yourself by doing a market order, but always just take a look. You know, if you know that what side you're going to get on and how down you're going to be at the beginning, then you're taking that assessment of risk, and that's what really matters. I say limit orders or market orders, whichever one really. If I have time, I'll put in the limit order. But if I don't have time, I don't mind just marketing in, as long as it's at the right entry point and it's following your strategy.
Yeah. Shake my head. I sold SPCE 5 minutes too early with you. Yeah, I mean, I'm just scalp. If you guys know me, I'm mostly just I scalp. You know, like I get in and out very, very quickly. I'm not trying to hold for any super long moves. And most of the time I'm just kind of scaling in with a decent position and then getting out as soon as I can. And that's just my style of trading. Everybody's a little bit different, but yeah, that point remains. I'm mostly a scalper with a lot of these moves, and so, you know, especially this is early. So most of the time I'm not trading this early. I usually wait until about 10:30 market time to trade, and so it's still pretty early for me, all things considered, with a lot of these moves. So it is what it is. It's just a little bit earlier. For me, it's not, Adam, but for everybody, it's a little bit different, you know. I would like to boast about my SPCE. Right, exactly, Angie. Or Agni. I agree. I don't suggest market order if it's super low volume. It's going to be very difficult. You could probably get yourself in a world of trouble if you use a market order with low volume stocks. In TradeNet's defense, though, I have one. In TradeNet's defense, though, I don't think they list low volume stocks, so I don't think you can even trade low volume stocks much on there. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm just trying to get in and out, brother. You know me, man. I'm scalping moves. That's it. Especially this early. Usually I wait to trade altogether until, you know, about another 20 minutes or so, but when I see a... Huh?
I was going to say put the SPY on here.
Yeah, the SPY. But whenever I see some moves like this, you know, I can't help but take it. Look at the market rip up here, guys. So the market's actually making a pretty bold move in the upward direction. Space ripped up here, so maybe I probably should have held a little bit of space, but I got in and out with a green trade, so I'll take it. We got Tesla ripping up, starting to test highs here as well. But yeah, space with the rebound bounce was beautiful. The same strategy I've talked about a lot, though. Yeah, for sure. Ty Coker, yo bro, nice channel, been watching on my drive to work. What's the basic strategy you're using? Right, exactly. But I think my logic with it, Tar, is that since I'm trading the VWAP, and you know the VWAP's an intraday trend indicator, so I'm trying to trade based off of the trends of certain stocks. In that first hour, a lot of times stocks aren't necessarily picking trends as easy, and it's a little bit harder to determine the actual trend of the stock. In that first hour, a lot of the times you're getting just kind of crossed over, chopped in and out, faked out, left and right in that first hour, or you know, at least that first 30-45 minutes. And so what I noticed is that if I just stopped trading and was a little bit more disciplined and selective and waited for stocks to kind of start to pick trends a little bit better, which was generally about an hour after the bell, they maintained trends a little bit better, and it was easier for me to predict the trends and get into green trades with the strategies specifically that I was using. And so I do understand that logic, which is that the volume's going to dry up a little bit, but with the strategies that I've been using, they've been working really well. Roku for a drop. Yeah, if Roku can pull back to 130s, it looks interesting. The biggest level here for Roku right now that I see is this previous closing price, right? So like, we got this previous close right here at about 30.20, 130.20. I think that level is probably one of the most interesting levels because that's also right around where the VWAP is. And so if Roku can pull back and not break that level and maintain below that level, I don't mind it for a short position, anticipating just a confirmation in that downward trend and for it to come back down and test maybe like 128.25 or so. And so a pullback to this level looks interesting for a short. Basically is what I'm saying for Roku. But again, maybe it might just rip over that. Roku's been kind of volatile lately. You guys know me, I'm very careful with any type of kind of pick sounding thing I'm doing. It could very easily go the other way, and so you want to be hesitant and weary of that as well. But that doesn't look like a bad trade just because the previous closing price confirms it, and that's going to give it just a bigger resistance level above it that it would have to break. So appreciate it, Tar. Thank you, sir. Thanks, man. Microsoft HD. Let me check it out, Gideon. Yeah, Microsoft's just been ripping up today. Look at that nice little VWAP bounce on Microsoft earlier. It was pretty. I missed it, but I hope somebody got it. I hope you got it, Gideon. That one didn't look bad. What the heck? Oh, there we go. But yeah, nice little VWAP bounces for Microsoft HD, which is, man, I'm trying to think of the stock. HD, Home Depot. I don't like Home Depot as much. Volume's just a little bit lower, but doesn't look terrible. Yeah, no worries, Ty. I got you, bro. No stress, man. No, I was looking for a short, actually, Connor. So like the previous, I don't know about it now though. It all depends. It's all dependent on if it pulls back to like 130. I would just look for a move back down to 128, kind of a range bound play. So like, it's a little bit too late though. It's already dropped more since then, but that previous closing price is like a good risk level, right? So if it pulls back to like 129 here, I could jump in short, look for a move right back down like that. But gotta wait for it. Might get a CGC entry now. Yeah, look at CGC just break down here. AMD with the nice little push up here, so that one worked out spot on too. Not AMAT, AMD. Look at the breakout on AMD. Look at IQ too. IQ's kind of pulling back to the VWAP. Yeah, mostly just trading off the VWAP. Yeah, Mitch is here, Steve. He's dealing with a new puppy, so he's got himself muted sometimes. Right, man. Family time in here, man. We got husband and wife stream today, you know. And yeah, y'all ask Carol questions. It'll keep her busy. It'll give her something to do. You can do question time with Carol, you know.
It's alright. I mean, there hasn't really been that many good stocks to.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some moves, but I'm kind of waiting, you know. Yeah, I see the fade on AMRM. It's just honestly too low of volume. It's too low of volume. And yeah, we'd have to get in up there, but IQ doesn't look terrible. Right here. Just have to risk off of here. You guys working together are great. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm still thinking about IQ. I'm just gonna wait on that one though. Is that profitable? Which one? Yeah, VWAP's profitable. That's what we mostly do. I mean, check out our channel, Ty. We got a bunch of good content, free content. We're not, you know, Mitch and I, we're not experts or gurus or anything like that. Like, we just teach people what works for us, and if it doesn't work, that's okay too. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're not experts here. We're not gurus. We just kind of let people watch us day trade every day. You know, we don't really sell a course or anything like that. Yeah, we promote like affiliates of ours, but we don't sell anything ourselves, and we just try to keep it a free resource and community that traders can get together and kind of talk strategies, what's working, patterns, and stuff like that. Hey, nice, Bailey. Nice work. Roku's still dropping. Hey, that looks good. Congrats. Killer trade. Nice work. Wait, I'm gonna do it.
All right, guys, if you guys want to go ahead and check out the account that John and I trade with every single day, the account that Carol's using this morning, and if you guys want to go ahead and start going live, I know a lot of traders are out there paper trading and trying to go live, trying to find where they can trade, what's going to have an advantage, disadvantage. You know, one of the things with TradeNet that I really like is that anything tradable can be traded on the short side or long side. I know a lot of traders are out there strictly trading long, and that could be good, but it could also be damaging to your bias because you get to the point where you strictly want stocks to go long. So one of the best things is to be able to trade both ways. You know, that's what really gives me the benefit and why I use TradeNet. I love their low commissions. Not only do they give you a funded account package, but they're going to give you access to their chat room. You're going to get a professional course, a 2-week demo to kind of get used to their platform. So if you're new to trading and you just want to go ahead and start getting your feet wet, this is a definitely great account to go ahead and start for beginners as they go ahead and take some trades with low share size and try to maximize on the process building versus realized and unrealized gains.
Yeah, for sure. It's the cheapest way a new trader can get started, in my opinion. You know, a lot of times traders will come up to me and they'll say, hey, what do you think the best way to get started with $500 is? And I think the cheapest way is probably go get a TradeNet intro package. For $375, it gives you 14,000 in buying power once you're approved. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade short stocks. Comes with a paper trading platform. It comes with a course and a demo account. and access to their chat room as well. And then with the funded account, there's a 70-30 split. So if you can make money, if you make $1,000 in net profit, they keep 300, you keep 700. But again, you're paying $375 for these packages, and so it's just super cheap. It makes sense if you want to get started, and like Mitch said, especially if you want to short stocks, I think it's the cheapest way. What?
Ray over here cracking jokes. Yeah, apparently, huh?
Maybe so, man. Maybe so. Dang, thanks, man. Keep it up. Hey, no stress, Ty. No stress, brother. But yeah, look at AMD rip up here. Alright. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just the cheapest around. I think it's the cheapest way to get started, you know. New traders, a lot of times they're going to lose their account anyway. And so it's like, would you rather save up $2,000 and then deposit that $2,000 into a conventional platform that's only going to let you go long? You're going to pay way more in commissions, or would you rather spend $375, less than $500, be able to short, decent amount of buying power, actually be able to day trade with no PDT rule? I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's just a no-brainer. It just makes sense. It's just the cheapest way. Thank you for that Roku call. I think Bailey probably called it out a little bit more than I did. Let me see.
Yeah, she was talking
yeah.
about what she was doing.
Yeah, she called out the short a little bit better than I did. I was waiting for a pullback that I never got, but Bailey, I think, nailed the short. So congrats, Bailey. Nice work. You know, I gotta give her credit where it's due. Just started learning. Best beginner lesson I had. Don't get a margin call. Yeah, for sure. No stress. Yeah, it just takes time, Bernard. It's a slow process, brother, but you got this, man. It's trading is one of those things where you just want to have realistic expectations, and unfortunately, most people just don't. Most people think that they're going to take a $500 deposit and they're going to turn that $500 into some money-making machine and turn $500 into like 30 grand within like 2 months, you know what I mean? And then buy, you know, whatever and make millions with that. And it's just not like that. I mean, that's what the gurus want you to think. But the reality is you'll probably lose any money you put in within the first year of your trading. And, you know, it's a long process that takes a long time. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not something that most people pick up immediately, and it's something that's going to take a lot of practice and time to get good at, and even then, it's not guaranteed. You know what I mean?
How many accounts do you think you lost when you first started?
How many accounts?
Or like how many? Like, I guess I don't fully understand the. I mean, I know.
No, how many accounts is realistic? Yeah, I mean, my first account was like $3,000. Lost that. Lost a few intro packages, probably like 3. But I was actually, I'm actually an outlier in that regard, to where I might have lost 3 accounts, but I actually like extended those 3 accounts out a long time. So like when I traded with those 3 accounts, I would trade tiny and I would trade small, and I would just try to extend those little bitty accounts as long as I can, so I could gain as much experience as I can. And again, I think I'm a little bit of an outlier in that regard, because I think most people end up just kind of going for it and just destroying their account immediately, and so they don't get that experience like I did. And so I think I'm a little bit different, but I think most people are going to lose account after account. I think it's going to take a solid few years for most people.
I know for me, like, just kind of starting trading, it's easy. I remember a couple of trades ago when I was on here and I was in a trade and I was like, well, maybe I should just see what happens. Like, just let it go and just see what happens.
We're just going to wait and see, you know?
Yeah, like...
Never a good idea. Famous last words, you know?
Yeah, and Like Agnes said, you know, that's kind of what I've gotten from you, is that you have to have a plan and you have to stick with it, even if you kind of like, because it would be easy for me to be like, oh well,
let's just see what happens.
Yeah,
right. And that's the last words of a trader. Like, you know, like, oh, that's my stop loss. Who needs a stop loss? Let's just see what happens. You know, and that's what everybody does, right? And that's why it's so difficult. And that's why it doesn't matter what course you take, doesn't matter where you go. The real thing that you got to learn is build up your conditioning with emotions, right? Like, that's the biggest thing. You got to condition your emotions to make the right decisions. You know, you got to condition yourself to like ignore those bad emotions that come with it. And that's why it takes so long. It's not because it takes so long to learn a strategy or pattern or analyzation. It takes so long because it takes a long time to condition your emotions to make the right decisions. And most people end up making the wrong decisions. And so it takes a long time, you know. Just getting consistent is crazy hard, and then you have to scale up to actually have any kind of living, which is just as difficult. You're looking at least 2 to 3 years. Yeah, 100%. Realistically, at least, you know, that much. But like Tar said, you know, once you actually do learn, that'll be a skill you'll have for the rest of your life. And you know, anything that is worth learning takes time. You know what I mean? It's not, the problem is just advertising and marketing, you know what I mean? Which is also why, like, I like TradeNet, and I like, because they're not sleazy, they're not pushing Lambos and mansions, you know, and that's why I like them. Plus, like, you get the funded account. There's just a lot of benefits of doing that, but most people are just, it's mostly penny stock gurus that they're just pumping up just ridiculous courses, like, you know, how to make millions with $100 or like whatever it is, and most of it's just ridiculous, you know. But traders eat it up because it's their dreams, you know. So when you criticize one of the penny stock gurus, you're criticizing their dreams, right? Nobody likes that. It's the big buzzkill, and that's why I call myself the buzzkill of the trading world, because I'm the only person that's honest with people about it.
See, I mean, and I guess I understand how people would kind of buy into the whole,
right, like you want it, like, especially if you don't know anything about stocks, right? Like you don't know nothing about stocks, and to you stocks is like, oh, you know, a mysterious world, right? So it's like people are like, oh, I want to trade stocks, you know. Like, I see people making money in stocks, you know. I want to trade stocks, when it's like, it's super difficult.
See, but for me, when I look at that, it's kind of like I don't know, maybe I've just seen too many pyramid schemes, and, you know, friends get caught up in it and all of that. It seems, if it's too good to be true, it probably is,
right?
You know?
And that's trading, and I'm not saying listen, I'm not even against people selling courses. Like, some courses are legitimate. I'm not against everybody selling a course. Like, listen, the smart people sell courses. Like, even the best traders in the world are going to understand that, like, trading profits are somewhat unstable. You could be the best trader ever. Your trading profits are still going to be somewhat unstable. And there's nothing wrong with, if you actually know what you're talking about, selling a course on that, just to supplement your income. That's what smart people do. They create multiple income streams, right? And so there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. The problem is when they get sleazy and they're just standing in front of a Lamborghini or a fake rented mansion that they've leased for the day. And then they're trying to tell everybody, right? And they're trying to tell everybody that's their mansion, or that their daily leased Lamborghini that they almost certainly just rented for the day is theirs, and that they have all these stacks of cash and they're making all this money. Like, that's where it gets sleazy, and that's where they feed into your emotions and then they sell. Right? And you know, a lot of times if you try to question those people, like, their followers will defend them until death, because it hurts. It hurts too much for that person to be like, you know what? Maybe this person was BSing me. You know what I mean? It hurts too much. And so they'll defend it until death. They'll never say a bad word about him. And that's just the reality of it. But then you got real people that are actually teaching it. Like, you got real people that actually know what they're talking about, and they're selling courses too. And so it's like, I'm not against people selling courses. I'm just against sleazy penny stock gurus. You know? Like, that's what I'm against. I'm driving a Toyota.
Toyotas are nice.
I like Toyotas. Yeah, Toyotas are cool. They're reliable. You know, they're cheap to get fixed. You know what I mean? I'm not mad. But no, I I mean, listen, I want to drive it. Of course, I want to drive a Lamborghini, but just because the point is, some of them, I'll put it this way: some of the people, they can sell courses based on substance, and other people sell courses on flashing Lamborghinis. You know what I mean? Like, and like I said, the people that buy those courses will defend them until death because it hurts too much for them to be like, you know what? Maybe this guy was flashing Lamborghinis at me because he's trying to talk me into selling his nonsense BS course. You know what I mean? Like, that's the real buzzkill that people don't want to accept. And so, like I said, they'll justify it, and they'll tell themselves, oh no, but it was really good, and I learned so much about it. And it's like, sure it was, buddy. You know.
Seems like trading comes from more of like an experience thing. Like you learn your basic stuff and you like kind of get an understanding of it, but then it's like actually like doing it.
Yeah,
like actually trading.
It's conditioning yourself, right? Yeah. And the reality is that it takes time to do that, and not everybody can do it, even if no matter how much you study. And so it doesn't matter what course you take. Most info that are in these courses is already publicly available for free. Like, you can already find most of this stuff on YouTube already for free. And so it's like, you know, most of the stuff's already out there. It's just a convenience package in the courses, right? And so it's like, is that convenience package worth $5,000? To me, it's not, you know? What's your risk per trade with 240K in the World Series of day trading? I mean, it all depends on the stock. Per trade, my risk is probably about $1,000 the first day is what I'm planning on doing. About $1,000 risk per day. You know, roughly $1,000 per trade. I mean, is roughly what my risk is going to be. You know, the max loss is like 3,000 something in the World Series of day trading. So like the max daily loss is like 3,000 something. And so with that, you know, I'm gonna try to keep my per trade max loss at about $1,000. And then, you know, if I lose 3, I gotta be done for the day. Maybe a little bit more, maybe like $1,500. I'm gonna play that by ear. Yeah, that's alright. Alright guys, but I think my wife Carol's about to head out. I had fun with her here today. Everybody thank her.
Everyone thank me every time.
Yeah, thank Carol. Everybody thank Carol. Shout out to Carol. Carol's about to head out.
Yeah, no, I appreciate y'all having me. So.
Yeah, Carol's out of here. So, everybody say bye to Carol.
All right. All right, guys.
All right, thank you, baby.
All right, I'm sure I'll see y'all again soon.
All right, love you, baby. Thank you.
Do you need anything right now?
No, I'm good. Love you. Thank you, baby. All right. Yeah, $3,500 max loss. So I'm thinking about $1,000. That's roughly what I'm getting at. About $1,000 is gonna be my about $1,000 is what my about $1,000 is gonna be what my my per trade max loss is gonna be, which I think is fairly reasonable. I think that's fine. Man, I do look like a vampire. Look how pale I look. That's not how I actually look. It's just the green screen making me pale. What's up, Douglas? What's up, brother? Alright, guys. We're gonna see what else we can find today. I'm just kind of hanging out waiting here. You guys ready though? World Series of Day Trading starts tomorrow. I did get my login stuff too. I did get my login info. I'm still waiting on that Roku pullback. If we get that Roku pullback, I might still take it if I can. Alright, guys. Oh, you must trade in 4 out of the 6 days. I'm new here. Are you invested? INO, what's your thoughts on this stock? Monte Cali, I am not invested in that stock. I'm not really much of a long-term investor, and most of the time when I buy a stock, I sell it within the next 5 to 10 minutes. I'm a day trader mostly, and so I'm not really a fundamental investor by any means. I heard some good things about INO, specifically with the coronavirus stuff, but yeah, like I said, it's not really my niche, brother. Not really my style, man. I'm not saying you shouldn't stick around. You want to stick around and trade with us. We're going to be day trading some today. But, yeah, I'm just saying me specifically, not really my style, bro. Sorry, brother. Carol, did you just make a screen name? Oh. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Huh? No, you're good. So, you're gonna miss it, Texas. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm locked out until tomorrow, too, JB. Don't stress about it. CGC short. I'm waiting. If you risk 5% on the trade, that's $500 on a $10,000 trade for a reward of 2 to 1. That's $1,000 on a winning, but you have to be careful because your commissions on 10,000 trade is 150. Yeah, for sure. And I think that's about reasonable. That's pretty reasonable, Ben. I think that's fair. I'm gonna be risking like $1,000, $1,500 roughly. And so that's roughly what I'm gonna be risking. It's about there, you know. It's something like that. It's not gonna be too much, but it's not gonna be a small position either. And I'm also going to be analyzing the leaderboards, but I think it's pretty safe to say we could probably go by the last one. Overall profit in the competition should be roughly 30 grand. And listen, and listen, guys, since I'm not an expert and I'm not a guru and I'm just a free resource and community here for new traders, it should be fun. I might lose the competition day one, but it should be fun. And yeah. We'll see if we can win this thing this time. Last time we came in second, so we actually came pretty close to winning it. We were like a few away from winning it. I'm going to be right back, guys. I'm going to run to the restroom really quick, so I will be right back. Here's the market right now. SPY just took a pretty big dive here, so I'll be right back though, guys. Yeah, but I mean a 10,000 share position is actually pretty large. I think a better way to approach it, JB, would actually be to instead look for higher range stocks that have bigger ranges, to where you don't have to take such a large position size, because, you know, like I said, a 10,000 share order is huge. I would look for a stock that maybe has a larger range, so you don't have to buy that many shares, right? So if you could bring that down to like 2,000 to 3,000 shares instead, you're going to be spending much less in commissions overall, if that makes sense. Alright, I'm looking at IQ. Might look for a move back up here in IQ if we can get this bounce back up to 55, where I could risk off of 67 if we get a move right here. Maybe even up to this $0.50 would be interesting enough for me to take it. Roku's starting to pull back to that previous level. I gotta look at where that previous closing price was though for Roku. It's right around 130.26, so we're still a pretty big ways away from that, honestly. Have to jump in with a few hundred shares. Alright, so my risk would be about $2. I was looking for a move up to here, but never quite got it for IQ, unfortunately. Just gonna wait. I'm gonna make myself a little bit smaller here now. There we go. Maybe. It depends, Sir Darth. It depends on what our profit's looking like, man. We'll see. I'm gonna jump in with 100 shares here. Gotta look to scale into this one up to like 54 right here, and then risk off of this high up here on IQ for a fake out fade position. I'm also looking at Roku some here, and I might jump in Roku here as well. We're just gonna wait and see though for that one. Alright, I'm going to jump in with another 100 shares. So I'm in with 200 shares now. Like I said, I don't mind slowly kind of scaling into this one up to like 53, 54. Especially considering the $0.50's actually above me now. There's 48, so I'm going to add another 100 positions. Slowly scaling into this one. There's 50s. Let's see if we can get a few more shares here. 50. Man, barely missed that. In with 400 shares now. Like I said, I'm just going to risk off of this 66 level. There's 47s. $46, $45s, $44s. Gonna look for a move down to like 33s here if we can get it. Hey, nice trade works. Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, man, welcome to the team, dude. Let's win this thing, brother. We got this, man. You know? I'm looking for this $half to hold. Like I said, we gotta move down to 34. I'm gonna take profits. What's up, TradeWorks? Hey, brother, we got this, man. Hey, we'll be streaming it all live here, brother. So you'll have a big community here. We'll be able to stream it. Or you'll be able to join us live, kind of hang out with us while we trade. It'll be fun, brother. So if you're on our team, brother, you're on the right team, man. You know, it'll be fun. My wife, Carol, who was here earlier, will be streaming with us. Some of the competition as well. And it should be fun, man. SPCE. What's up, Lewis? Yeah, I missed Apple, brother. My bad, man. I'm kind of trying to... Apple's not one I usually trade, though. But yeah, they're beautiful bounce in Apple. I really did like that one, too, man. So good work, brother. Nice call out, man. Looked good. Yeah, there's Apple ripping up, too. Yes, sir. Trade. It's 44s. I almost jumped in Roku too when that little pullback. I didn't, but I almost did. I'm gonna take half off there. I'm still holding 200 shares here on IQ. Gonna let the last little bit work, see if we get under 32. I took profits a little bit early though. That is one of the issues with this one, is I took profits a little bit too soon. Yeah, I'm in IQ. I got in at 25.46 average, roughly 25.46. Yeah, I held a little bit. I made a little bit of money on that on SPCE. I just didn't make the full money I could have, I guess. Yeah, I almost got in Roku, honestly, because it's the same strategy I talked about earlier. I almost got into it, but I kind of stopped myself. I should have, though, because it looked good, but not a bad little trade there. I'm gonna look for some other stuff here since IQ is just kind of in that range, and it's been in that range for the last 10 minutes or so. Short, JB. I was short in it, brother. So yeah, I got in underneath the $half after it put in this high up here, and my plan was to scale into it up there. I only was able to scale in it so far, but yeah, we're just gonna let the rest work, see if we get a drop. Now we need there's a huge support level at 25.40 or so, and so we really kind of need it to break underneath that. I'm only holding 200 shares left, but it keeps bouncing at 25.40, so we just need to break underneath that. No, I didn't, Howard. Not trading AGRX. There we go. There's 40. Like I said, we need this 40 level to break. Testing. So Jared, so this is Thinkorswim. I'm using Thinkorswim for charts. TradeNet does use this platform right here on my left. Alright, I'm gonna take another half off there. And now I'm just holding 100 shares because we did finally get that break under 25.40, just in case we do get a quick bounce. But yeah, this right here is Tafson TradeNet. This is Trade Idea Scanners. And then this is Thinkorswim, which is TD Ameritrade. I just like using these for charts, and then just using Tafson TradeNet to execute my trades right here on the left. But the middle right here is Trade Ideas Scanners, and I could post that link if anybody wants to check out Trade Ideas. Best scanners in trading, in my opinion. And you could use promo code BT15, get 15% off as well if you want. I'm gonna get out the rest there. So I just got out the rest of that trade there. Not a bad little win. Taking some small swings this morning. But yeah, there's the Trade Ideas link if anybody wants to check that out. And if anybody wants to use the same platform as us, yeah, I'll post this link here as well. Like I said, I think there's a lot of huge benefits for using TradeNet and TAFS, especially if you're a new trader. Specifically, number one, they allow you to day trade and short stocks, and nowhere else in the trading world for less than $500. Like you spend $375 during the sale, and once you're approved, they give you $14,000 to trade with. So you get $14K in buying power to trade with, which is just a ridiculous amount for that cheap. There's no PDT rule. You can actually day trade and short stocks. Again, I don't think there's anywhere else where you can get started that cheap in the market. I think anywhere else you're going to have to save up thousands and deposit thousands into a conventional platform, and then you'll probably lose that regardless of anything. And so I think that, you know, it's just a cheap way to get started, and it's one of the ways that a new trader can get started for cheap. I think most of the time new traders end up saving up thousands and depositing thousands into a conventional platform, and then let's be real, they just lose that. Where you're risking $375 here, you're getting a ton of buying power, there's no PDT rule, you can actually short stocks on a solid platform that has pretty good fills, by the way, and cheap commissions, and it also comes with a course, a demo account, and access to their chat room. And I think the fact that you can get that entire bundle for $375 makes it ridiculously cheap and a no-brainer for a new trader. You want to get started for less than $500 is the only way. And to be fair, I think that most traders are going to lose their TradeNet account as well. I think if you give this account to most traders, they're probably going to lose it anyway. But I think it's much cheaper to lose it this way, and the experience that you gain for so cheap makes sense for a new trader. Sorry guys, like I said, I had the flu last week. Still not feeling 100%. So yeah, Mohammed, I got you, brother. So here, join our Discord, bro, and we have a section called World Series of Day Trading Team London. And so yeah, if you want to join our team, brother, here it is. I got you. Here, look, I'll just post this link. Yeah, if you want to join our team for the World Series of Day Trading, hold on. I'll post this link here. But yeah, this is where you talk to all of our team. Join this team right here. Join that link, and we're going to be kind of communicating and talking about what we're going to do with the market, or with the competition starting tomorrow. I'm going to be going over a few different strategies that we're going to be using as well today, and so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so not a bad little trade on IQ. Maybe I could have held a little bit longer. But yeah, in about 30 minutes or so, guys, we're going to be going over strategies, a few different strategies that we're going to be planning on using for the World Series of Day Trading. And as always, guys, if you ever want to message me, or if you ever have any questions about just join our Discord, and then you can look at the text channels and you can see Team London World Series of Day Trading. That's kind of our group where we've been talking about everything. You can always send me a message in Discord, and I'll do my best to get back with you there as well. Understood. I could go research it, but I would like to hear from you. Would there be any issue with starting a TradeNet account and just use the demo for a bit to get comfortable with DOS platform? I mean, so sorry guys, I need a cough drop. I do have bronchitis. But no, so, man, maybe I got out of IQ too early. So you gotta understand what a TradeNet package is, right? A TradeNet package is you're paying for an educational package, and then you're becoming a contractor for them, and they're allowing you to day trade their account, and then splitting the profit that you make with them. So you're becoming basically an independent contractor of TradeNet once they partner with you, and that's how they give you their account. Like, that's how you get to trade the $14,000 account, and that's why you get so much buying power and actually get around the PDT rule. It's not a conventional platform to where you're going to deposit money into it. It's not like that. That's not what it is. It's an educational package that comes with a course, a demo account, chat room access, and then you become a partner with them. You contract with them, and then you get to trade their account, and that's how they get around the PDT rule. So it's not a conventional platform. John, the result is going to be daily. What do you mean? GUPIX. Yeah, they only give you a demo account for, I think, either a week or 2 weeks. Man, you can hear me. I have bronchitis, guys. Whew. Whew, man. Hold on, guys. Alright, sorry guys. Yeah, I'm having to take some cough drops. If you don't hear that nasty cough I have, man, my cough is rough right now. Whew. Whew. Ugh. Whew, man. Alright. Whew. Yeah, so the daily results are going to be posted. I think last time they were posted every day at like 2 p.m. And then they update it again every day at like 6 p.m. So they're going to be posted multiple times a day for you to keep track on who the top leader teams are, who the top leaderboards are, who's in the top 20, who's at the leaderboards, what team's doing the best. So they're going to be live updated results a few times daily. So right, so you're going to get the results a few times every day. My bad. On the World Series of Day Trading website. So that's where you're going to get the results. So yeah. It's going to be on the website for the most part. Alright guys, yeah, no stress, my bad guys. Yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of trying to get a hold of my cough here. My cough's still kind of gnarly, man. Cough's still kind of bad, honestly. There's CGC. I'm still looking at AMRN and CGC here. I might just be done for the day and just get ready for the World Series of Day Trading if we can. And we're gonna throw onto some on-demand strategies here. Let's do that. All right, you guys ready? All right, so we got it. We got some of our team members here. Let's get everybody in here. We're gonna be going over some on-demand strategies. Will we communicate our team regarding better trading ideas during the trading? Yeah, so here's the thing, right? So during the competition, I'm gonna be streaming it live here, Mohammed. So I'll be streaming myself competing in the competition live. And so any questions or any strategies, we can always talk about it here because I'm gonna be streaming it like I do every day. We're also gonna keep the Discord running, and so first of all, we're going to be talking about some strategies here during this stream. So I'm about to put on demand, and we're going to talk about a few different strategies. Yeah, I got you, Ben. Well, Ben, mostly Discord, brother, is really what it's going to be. Mostly Discord, brother, is what I'm going to be using. And so you can always message me directly via Discord. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Whew, man. But yeah, like I said, join our Discord. Here's man, I'm kind of having trouble catching my breath. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go talk to my wife and see if I should be like worried, because I might need to take a breathing treatment really quick, guys. So I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. I'm gonna go take one of the albuterol treatments we have, because oh man, my breathing's starting to get a little rough. So I'll be right back. Listen to this cough. I'll be right back, guys. But yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go do a breathing treatment real quick. I'm kind of coughing up some. It's getting kind of rough. And then once I get back, we'll do the strategy. We'll do the strategy talk on demand.
Hey, how's it going, traders? How's it going today? Just trying to keep up with the Tesla Dragon and at the same time keep up with my little doggy dragon over here. Taking care of the new puppy is a little difficult. So let me know what charts you guys want me to take a look at. I see J-Nug Gillian calling out. All right, checking out the Tesla Dragon here. All right, so the daily chart, guys. The daily chart says that we got a nice little pushback. You know, everyone thought this was going to break down when the offering came out. I was really thinking that this was going to make a move towards 800 that day. Ended up making a move towards 810. Next day, we had a small pullback to the 1790s, and today's spiking up there to the 860s. One of the things with Tesla is that you got to watch it on a bigger time frame, because if you watch it on a bigger time frame, you're going to be able to start calculating the support and the resistance. You know, the support really is in this one 831.21, and the resistance is 859. So you have to somehow start measuring that correctly so that you can get a good entry. One of the things you can do is going to be using a multi-time frame trade here. So one of the things I would do is try to find a bottom trend here and a top trend. So you got this line that you can connect on Tesla right here. You see this where the first drive started, it pulled back, held that line, pushed up, held that line. So right now I would still see Tesla as a bullish stock because it's holding VWAP, keeps pushing up and trying to break out over this 859. You got one drive up, a pullback, two drives up, a pullback, three drive up, and now a pullback. What I would like to see this do is touch the trend line here like it did just now, and then start breaking out back above. One of the great things with multi-time frame trades is that you can really tell where the support and resistance is, and then use that to maximize on the trade. It's not that we don't recommend using a 1 minute, but I think around this time in the market, when you get around 11 o'clock, you have to start trying to maximize on your charts. Using different time frames will help you do that. All right, guys, you want me to peep at you guys? I got you guys, J-Nug. Let's go ahead and first take a look at J-Nug. It's a gold stock. The gold moving up. Ooh, look at the gold rip out, guys. I think this has a lot to do with the coronavirus, people switching into gold. And there you go, you get a rip out today. So definitely going to pay attention to gold the next couple of days. You see this daily breakout, we can start moving towards 84, 86, and maybe even 90. Gold breaking out, guys. Gold breaking out. Good call out, Gideon. All right, going to take a look at UGAS. UGAS is going crazy because of some big news that happened in natural gas. Let me go ahead and figure out what happened there. I remember I read about it, but I don't really trade these natural gas stocks, but I'm going to find out. Well, Ray, I mean, Ray, just like any broker would do, every broker is going to try to get you to place money into the account. I mean, that's their business, Ray. You got to remember, You just got to be out. You got to be smarter. You know, at the end of the day, they always want their cut, Henry. You know, it's a broker. Brokers got to make money. I mean, they got to pay the bills. They got employees and they got a business to run. So at the end of the day, they're going to call you. They're going to give you offers. But at the end of the day, you have to always decide what's best for you guys. That's why we stress it on the stream countless times, guys. We don't tell you to go ahead and just pick anything. We tell you to pick what's going to be to your strength, not towards your weakness. If TradeNet doesn't help you out, then yeah, go ahead and find something that helps you. But we think they're the best out there, definitely for beginner traders. You know, if you're not ready to go into trading, that's fine. But for you beginner traders out there that are trying to go ahead and go live, start small, try to make some money, really build up an account first before you go and you trade a non-PDT rule $30,000 account. You need to prove to yourself that you can even make $30,000. I think that's really what's important. A lot of people are out there trying to make tons and tons of gains and then running into the situation where they open a $30,000 account and lose $20,000 in about 2 weeks, don't have the PDT rule, and don't know where to go. So one of the things is you always have to go ahead and try to find something that's going to help you. I think TradeNet with their commission rate at low sizing is perfect. You know, I try to trade on the intro account with, 200 to 400 shares. You know, if you're risking about $40 a trade, $60 a trade, that's going to be perfect. You're going to be able to go ahead and keep trading, look for those $80, $120 wins, and that really will get you moving. One of the things is with as small a share size as 250 shares, in and out is only going to be $4 on each side. So you're talking about $8 for a trade that you can easily make, $40, $50 on. So that's what you got to go ahead and attempt to do. This UGAS, I'm trying to find the news on it right now. I'll let you guys know. I know there was some news that came out. Let's find out. All right. So blackouts caused by shortage of natural gas in Iran. So it looks like there's a shortage, and that's what's causing UGAS to move today. But, this is something that, a lot of traders have been trying to call the bottom on UGAS and have never been able to call the bottom. You look at the weekly chart, every single time this thing spikes, it comes right back down. The value in this thing has completely deteriorated. When it first started, this thing was, $300,000 stock. Now it's down to 48. It's done reverse splits, tried to keep it up, but really hasn't been able to ever stay up. But it is up today on the shortage.
All right, I'm back. Oh, man. Flu's gone, but that lingering bronchitis is still messing with me, man.
Yeah, that's how it is, man.
Yeah, man.
Hang in there.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So we can go over a few cool strategies. Do you want to go over one, Mitch, or you want me to?
Yeah, I'll jump in one. Let me actually close this side chart.
Okay.
So you guys can see a little bit better there. That should help.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm just going to go over one of our, at least what I've seen is the best trade for 2020. For 2019, I would say our best trade would definitely have to be our bread and butter, the VWAP fade.
Yeah.
But at the open of the 2020, I started seeing, we've been in that bull run. We've been pushing the SPY up ever since 300. We've gotten all the way up there, 337s, pushing to 338s. And that bullish run has come with a lot of what we call the VWAP bounce play. And how are we going to attack the VWAP bounce play? One of the things I look for in VWAP bounce plays are weak daily charts or daily charts that you expect the stock to make a rebound in. So in pre-market, you can look at LK and it was really down near the support line of 38. And that really made an importance to if we were going to get a spike and get a spike above 39, how far could we go? So today at the open, you could look at this stock and you could expect, hey, I'm looking for a rip out at LK. I need to see a lot of volume first come in it. Then I need to see a pullback that I can measure that VWAP bounce play. So we got really a quick spike here up to 38.40s. And at that 38.40s, you can start looking for a pullback. What you need to be able to do here is measure risk and reward. The way you're going to measure risk and reward is understanding, hey, where can my risk be? Where can my reward be? If I even get in at VWAP here, this is going to be 38.05, and I could risk down to this support line, which was what? Yesterday's or pre-market high. And pre-market highs or yesterday's close is going to be a very important price to get above. So in pre-market, we had this 37.89. We were able to push above it and hold it on pullbacks. That right there gave you the sign that, hey, it's using that 37.89 and 90 as support. So if I get a pullback in that area, I can look to take a trade here. So in this trade, you could have seen this spike up there to 38.50s, then see a quick pullback. Quick pullbacks are great because it gives you an opportunity to buy into what we call weakness. You want to take big sizing at the VWAP. And one of the things in the competition that I'm suggesting, guys, is when you're taking such big sizing, you need to have what's called a starting position size and then your kind of your max position size. So have a starter to kind of get into the stock. Make sure that the stock's kind of working to your levels. You're seeing the price action hold up there. I would try to get in there maybe 38.05s, 38.10s. And as this drops down and holds 37.95, comes back up through 38, that's where I would try to get that re-entry and try to maximize my share size. I'm definitely recommending maybe multiple entries, but you have to be smart with multiple entries because of commission. So you only want to do this if you're knowing your risk size. So regardless if you add, you always hold to the same risk because that's the plan, the original plan. And that's why I recommend getting starters, looking for the trade to give you the good price action and a good pattern. And once you see that bounce and hold, especially if you're going long, that's where you want to go ahead and take the ad and hold to the same risk that you would in the original plan. If you would have taken this trade here at 38s and 38.05s, you could have had an entry about, let's say, 38.02. Even with 1,000 shares on this breakout push, you can sell some at the high of the day. A lot of people like to sell some at the high of the day, which would be up here in the 38.40s, 38.50s. And then you can hold the rest break even, trying to get an extension move. And really, I think this is what really going to make kind of traders. There's going to be people trying to scalp. I'm going to be trying to make range plays like this where I can nail the open and then let the trade just work for me. Because if you would have stayed in LK and let the trade work, this is what can give you that gain. You know, you get an entry somewhere at 38s and you're able to sell in the 39.50s or the 40 area. This is what's really going to get you up in the account and really push you forward towards winning the competition.
That's right.
And this is the VWAP bounce. We have a lot of free videos breaking down this strategy. So if you want to go ahead and take a look at this, definitely look at our videos on our channel as we break down the VWAP bounce.
Yeah, for sure. We got it. I put one out this weekend as well when using the VWAP bounce with the previous closing price, and that one actually works really well too. I think that's what I got into today on I think it was, I don't know if it was AMD. Let me have to go back and check, but I got into one that was very similar to that one today. Let me see what else we got. And then I wanted to go over one on-demand example. I wrote this one down, and this has been my, Mitch went over the strategies that worked for him, and now I can kind of go over mine, which is what I call the rebound bounce. Super profitable, and it's just another variation of the VWAP bounce strategy. It's one that, you know, Mitch and I have been using the VWAP bounce more and more often. Let me get this window up here so we can see it. There we go. Let me bring this back. All right, so let me get my active trader out so we can actually show you guys how I trade it specifically here. Get this ready. Make sure you can hear me. Yeah, all right, good. Put this up. We're just gonna do this just for example's sake. Quantity with buttons. Select that. We're gonna just use 1,000 shares as a even, you know, position size. Just because I think 1,000 shares with a stock like AMD, you know, my risk could be maybe even like 5,000 shares. 2,000 to 4,000 shares if my risk is like 30-40 cents, but it depends on what our risk is. I think for the competition, I think it depends on really what you're risking in the trade, right? And so we'll go over an example of one here really quick, and this will kind of help dictate what kind of size we're using, but also what kind of sizing strategy we want to use for the competition, because I think that considering the max daily loss for the competition is 3,500, I think we do have to consider what our sizing risk is ultimately going to be with some of these, right? We have to think about what we're risking with sizing, because let me get that straight. There we go. Because I think that's important, and that's a crucial step. I'll leave these scanners up. Hold on, guys. All right. So anyways, so let me go to this date. If you want to follow along on your end, the date I'm using is February 3rd of 2020, so this year. And this is, again, one of the strategies that has been ridiculously profitable for me in this market. And again, I call it the rebound bounce setup. So I'm just going to fast forward. Let me see what time it was. Is that about 8:48? So yeah. Wait, maybe this wasn't the right day. Let's see, February 20th. Yeah, it's the 3rd. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm running a little slow. All right, there's the 3rd. All right. 48. There we go. All right. So like I said, this is just to also clarify, I am using Thinkorswim's on-demand feature. Okay, so I'm using Thinkorswim's on-demand feature, and what we're really looking for, again, we have a really nice upward trend, and this is kind of how the VWAP bounce tends to start, right? What we're ultimately looking for is we're looking for a big, nice, confirmed upward trend. A lot of the time, we're going to get a cross above the VWAP first thing at the open, and so you can see at the open, we did get that cross nice above the VWAP. We got a really nice push above the VWAP with this stock. Can everybody see that? Okay, so yeah, so we got a really nice upward trend. We also have AMD actually maintaining above the VWAP here. So it's actually maintaining above the VWAP. Now, what we're really looking for with this rebound bounce strategy, with the conventional bounce, you know, we're just going to jump in right around the VWAP. We're going to wait for a pullback to the VWAP, get in right around there, give ourselves a pretty tight risk level maybe here in this trade, and then give ourselves a nice reward target up there at the high of the day. That's what we're generally going to use with you know, the VWAP bounce, because you know, it's just this conventional way we approach the trade. But a higher percentage way that I've been approaching it that actually avoids some fake outs, you know, it's actually been a little bit better at avoiding fake outs and failed versions of it, is what I call the rebound bounce. And I've gone over it a lot before, but we're going to go over in a live example here. Let me fast forward. The first thing we would look for is, again, a lot of the time we're going to get faked out with VWAP bounces, right? And so if you wait for that first fake out to happen, let's let the chart show up here. There we go. All right, so there's the first one. Let me make sure I'm on the right date. Yeah, February 3rd, 49. So we could jump in here. Let me see. And a lot of times you could just jump in here, right? But let's go ahead and calculate the risk from just jumping in here, right? We get in at 92, 91. You know, 90, our average is 91, right? What's our risk in this trade? You know, if we're risking down here at 61, you know, we're risking, I'd say a good risk would be 70 right here. So if we're making this 70 level our risk and we're getting in, we're just going to round up to 90 to make it easy. Then our risk is what? Our risk is 20 cents in this trade, right? It's from 70 up to 90. We're risking from 90 down to 70. If it breaks this level, we're out of the trade, right? So our risk is 20 cents. If we're in the World Series of day trading, what do you think our sizing should be? You know, we want to risk, in my opinion, about $1,000 to $1,500 per trade when you're in this, okay? And so if we're risking $1,000 to $1,500 per trade and our risk is 20 cents, then I would say a risk of about, what kind of sizing should we take? If we're getting in here and we're making our risk 20 cents, right? A sizing should be about 5,000 shares, right? Because if we get stopped out of 5,000 shares, it's about $1,000 loss, right? With 20 cents a share. All right, so we're already in with 1,000, and we could just, let's see if it'll let me add here. Nope. And press play. All right. For whatever reason, on demand isn't cooperating. Yeah, there we go. So it had to load a little bit. I had it auto send. There we go. I'm just going to have to buy 3,000 just to make it easy since Thinkorswim's being weird. I'm just going to do 1,000 positions at a time. There's 1, 2.
What you can do is once you average in, just sell until 1,000.
Yeah, well, it's Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade is just being a little weird with entries for some reason. But regardless, that's the whole point of how you calculate it. Is that, look, if we're trying to risk $1,000 per trade, then you're going to have to let your risk. It's not even going to be the price of the stock. It's not going to be, you know, nothing else really matters except what is your risk in that specific trade. That is what you should ultimately use to dictate how many shares you buy in that position. You definitely don't just want to jump in with with 5,000 shares or with 10,000 shares before you know what your risk is, right? So if your risk is 20 cents, then 5,000 shares is reasonable if you don't want to if you don't want to go too much over $1,000 in losses if you do get stopped out, right? If your risk is 10 cents, then you could take 10,000 shares because that would mean, $1,000 in losses if you did get stopped out with a 10-cent risk. If your risk is 40 cents, you know what I mean? Then your share size can be $2,500. And you want to use that, to adjust your share size accordingly so that you're only risking a certain amount. Because the big problem with this competition is that your max loss is $3,500. And so you don't want to be out of the competition because you didn't calculate the right share size, right? And so just use that as kind of an easier way to look at it. It's also something else that I talked about during the stream today, which is that something that might be actually pretty favorable for you and help you not eat up so many commissions is if you look for higher range stocks. So if you look for stocks that have a bigger range, your risk is going to be a little bit larger and you can scale down in size a little bit because you can take advantage of the bigger range, right? So think Tesla or, any other high range stock. Those stocks might be a little bit more favorable to trade because you can scale down and not trade with such huge sizing and to where you're not going to be spending as much on commissions because the range is going to compensate for it, if that makes sense. I think that's a good way to look at it as well. Anyways, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and clear this, and then we're going to go back to the example of, let me reset the account really quick. There we go. All right, so I'm just resetting the account, and we're going to go back to this example of the rebound bounce setup and kind of what it entails. All right, so the first thing with the rebound bounce setup, and that's just a quick lesson on adjusting share size for this competition, because you also want to watch the leaderboards to see kind of what everybody else is doing. You don't want to just go crazy. You do have to take some risk, though, and that's my suggestion, is that you do want to take some risk in the trade. Hold on, let me... Yeah, Ben actually sent a really good chart for sizing. I'll send that to everybody in the Discord, Ben. I got you, but I appreciate that, brother. Let's catching back up on the chat. guys, I want to join your group. What do I get for that membership? It's honestly just a good way to help support us. Ray, don't feel any obligation to, brother. But anyways, guys, so yeah, so basically, like this says, the first thing you want to look for, and this is what happens a lot of the time with rebound bounces, right, is that number one is that you're going to get it to put in a really obvious low. So when you're looking for a rebound bounce, this is actually the first thing you should look for. It's not a beautiful tap back to the VWAP. It's not a picture-perfect bounce. So it's not just going to bounce right there at the VWAP. For the rebound bounce, you're actually looking for it to break a little bit below the VWAP here. So when it breaks below the VWAP and you see it like this and you have a documented low that you can use as a risk level like this, you can document that low. You want to be sure to mark that down because that's going to be your risk in the trade. If the stock goes below that, it's time for you to get out the trade. That trade is done, right? But once it actually starts to push above the VWAP like this, let me pause it. Once it actually starts to push back above the VWAP like this is when you want to start looking for your entry. Okay, so you get it to push above the VWAP like this. This is when you want to start looking for your entry. Okay, and so when it does this, the next step or the next evolution in the trade is to wait for the stock to actually pull back to this level, back to the VWAP right around 46.80s, or at least as close to there as you can. Right, so when it actually does that, again, the beautiful thing about this trade is that you have a really obvious risk level. You know, it puts in a low, it pushes back above the VWAP, showing strength, and then you could risk off of that low all day. And I bet you if you extend it to the left, look at all the confirmation that this low has, and not only during that current day, but in pre-market itself. Look at that confirmation. Just multiple resistance levels, beautiful risk level to base your trade off of. And a lot of times that's where it's going to be bouncing anyway. And so once it puts in a low like this underneath the VWAP, you got a really obvious and easy low to base your trade off of. Right, and so the next step is just waiting for it to pull back above the VWAP like it did, and then we're going to wait for a quick pullback down to this 46.90 level. You know, now that it put in that low, we have a good, nice risk level that we can base our trade off of. All right, and then you could probably take huge sizing if we're in the World Series of Day Trading with this because the risk is so tight. Like, let's see, the risk is from 88 down to 80. The risk is 8 cents. So you could take over 10,000 shares, probably like 11,000 shares in this type of trade, and really scale in with a big position because your risk is small. And like I said, these are very high percentage plays as well. These are strategies that I've been trading a ton off of lately. But yeah, once we get a low here, it put in a really obvious, easy low. The next thing we're going to do is wait for it to push back above the VWAP, and then we're going to wait for a pullback anywhere between really, I'd say 90 and 95 is fine to enter this. 90, 95 is fine to enter this. I might have actually missed it here. But that's anywhere with a pullback like that is fine, I think. I don't get it. No, sorry, brother. We got a lot of videos on it if you want to check it out.
Yeah, it's very similar to the trade that I went over also. This is just later in the day. One of the things that you always got to try to find out, and that's what John and I kind of broke down here, is different time trends and when the trade comes, the time framing of the trade. Mine was more of an opening trade. This is more in the after the first move, after you get that nice big rip.
Right. Yeah, this is really just, it's something I call the rebound bounce. So it's like it puts in a low down here, and this is the beautiful thing about it, is that it puts in that low, super easy risk level to base your trade off of. You got a really nice low that you can just risk off of. Really easy. Everybody else that's watching these charts sees these lows that it puts in, and then when it rips back up and it pulls back some, you have a really nice tight risk. So when it pulls back to here, the beautiful thing about it is that say you enter right here, right? Say you enter the stock right here. Right, you're entering here, your risk is down here. So your risk is tiny in this trade. And that's the beautiful thing about it. And that's why it's so favorable, is because it's just giving you really good risk reward. And you can give yourself a reward target back up here at this high. You know, even this high it just put in. Like, say you make this level your reward target. You know, then your reward is this. And your risk is this. You know, and so your risk is tiny versus your reward in the trade, and like that's really what we're looking to take advantage of. And so when it finally starts to pull back, that's when we can kind of start to scale in, right? We start to get a 500, slowly start to add more if it gets lower here, and then look for the quick breakout on the upside. But once it puts in that low, that's the best time to do it, or that's the easiest way to take it, because again, you're risking off of this level right here. It's just super tight, super easy, and you could ride it up for a nice push, which happens a ton. You know, that's the beautiful thing about these, is that they're super accurate, and they're strategies that I've been trading the last few weeks, and they've been working out really, really well. Why do we base the risk level off of previous resistance lines? Because that's support. That's technical analysis, man. As previous support turns into resistance, and vice versa. And so we're gonna look to hold, because if it holds, as long as it holds above that previous support, then it's still technically in a bullish trend. It's still putting in at least the same highs. It's not putting in a lower high, which is a sign of weakness. It's putting in at least a higher low or better, and that's why you use it. But yeah, let's fast forward here just to make it easier.
Yeah, I tried to explain it a little bit there. Really, it's about volume at certain price points. That's what support and resistance really is, guys. It's not a line that really exists. It's a line that we create because we've seen the certain amount of volume trade at that price point, thus giving us charts. We use our charts to determine those levels because we see that resistance, we see that touch multiple times. Then if you paid attention to what we call the time and sales and the level 2, what we call the price action, you'll see that a lot of volume gets captured at those price points. And that truly is the definition of support and resistance. Right. It's significant amount of volume traded at certain price points.
Right, exactly. And look, and so this is what we're really looking for. And if you also look at, let me pause this right here really quick. Another thing we're looking for, this is really where we want to get in. I might have missed this by about 30 seconds. I might be able to rewind this a little bit and make that 15. And then you can see where, this is where we're preferred. This is our preferred entry in this trade right here. So I ended up rewinding it a little bit and then pausing it. Let me press play once it loads up here. So yeah, this is actually our preferred entry in this trade, right around here. Let me press play. So this is where our preferred entry is, right around 96 right here. And so once it pulls back here, this is where you want to get into the stock, right here. You can load into as many shares as you want. Let's see if it'll let me. It won't let me get over 2,000 for some reason. But during the competition, this is when you want to load in. And again, you want to risk off of this previous low down here at 46.80, right? And so if you get in at, oh, man. But if you get in at 95 and your risk is 80, your risk is 15 cents in the trade, right? And so judging by what we say, like what kind of share size can you take with 15 cent? You could probably take 7,500 shares or so with a 15 cent risk. And that way you're only risking about $1,000 per trade, roughly around there. It's not going to be perfect, but that's how you ultimately, you know, adjust your share size according to what your risk is, right? So if we get in at 95, our risk is about 15 cents, and that tells us we can get about 7,500 shares. It's not going to let us get that many, of course, but this is where you want to get into the trade right here. And so, number one, there's a few different things that we can look at from this. Number one, we got a really obvious low. We can risk off of this level all day, and we know that if the stock... sorry, guys. We know if the stock maintains above this level, then it's still putting in a higher low. That's the big thing. It's still putting in a higher low here. As long as the stock maintains above this, it's putting in a higher low. It also pushed above the VWAP, which the VWAP's an intraday trend indicator. And so if the stock's maintaining above it, then it's still technically maintaining an upward intraday trend. And that's causing some bullish sentiment. And then if you also look here and you look at where these kind of consolidating lines are heading, it kind of looks like a flag pattern above the VWAP. And so when all of these bullish signs come together, what happens next? The stock usually ends up breaking out. But again, your preferred entry is going to be always right here. Right around there. After it puts in a low, it pulls back to the VWAP once it breaks above it. And that's always going to be your preferred entry. If you can catch it there, it's a very high percentage play. And it works out really, really well. And so yeah, we can fast forward and you guys can see. And this is a strategy, like I said, I've been trading a million times in the last few weeks. And this has been my most profitable strategies for sure of 2020. I fast forwarded too much. Let me see. The breakout was right there, 47.13. Sorry, I'm waiting for on demand. And if you guys are wondering what tool I'm using here, it's on demand. It's Thinkorswim on demand. I think I missed it. Right there's the breakout. Let's see what time it was. At 9 o'clock even. All right.
Just wanted to interrupt right quick. Just want to give a special shout out to Andrew. Just became a member of the beginner trading family. Welcome, man.
Hey, appreciate that, brother.
Joining the team.
Yeah, thanks, man. And so, yeah, once you get this breakout here, that's when you start to sell, right? You could sell half, you could sell your whole position, you know, and you just kind of slowly get out of it this way. I think I'm only holding 100 shares left. There we go. And so you're looking for a quick breakout. With these, you definitely don't want to marry these. You definitely don't want to marry these. You instead want to just take your profits quick. Again, risking, your final risk is always off of this level here. You know, if it breaks that level, that's your cue to get out. If it breaks that level, it's effectively putting in a lower high, or no, a lower low, and that's a very bearish weakness sign. That's a very big sign of weakness. You don't want to kind of risk that. And so your risk is always going to be this previous low right here. And that's what I call the rebound bounce. We've got a lot of good classes on that as well, or good videos on that we've been putting out every weekend too. Yeah, for sure. The unit says this method works both ways, shorting and long. Yeah, 100%. And here, the reality is that I've kind of named both of them. So like this is what I call the rebound long. And Mitch and I have been talking about the fake out fade, which is the equivalent of this strategy. It's the same strategy like this, but it's the opposite. And so it's a short strategy. Mitch and I call it the fake out fade. Super profitable, really, really good strategy as well on the short side. And I'll try to, let me find those videos. If you want to hold it down, Mitch, or anything, I'll find these links for it. But really profitable strategies, honestly. Here's a video I put out this weekend on the same thing, but it's just using the previous closing price as our risk.
Hey guys, I'm putting up in the chat. I know that a lot of people are getting a little confused on what's the maximum daily loss. So I'm putting it actually quoted from the website itself. So holding a daily loss of 3,500 at any point in one trading day. And then you have holding a total loss of 12,000 on the account for the whole account. Okay, so that's how you guys can determine the difference. So each day, 3,500, and you can't go to 12,000 for the whole account.
Yeah, so here's the big thing that we realized during this competition, guys, is that the $3,500 does in fact follow you up. That does follow you up. I don't know if it followed you up last time, but I know it follows you up this time. And so if you lose over $3,500 on any day, regardless of how much you're in the green, you're out of the competition. Here, hold on, Mitch. I gotta mute myself.
No, you're good, man. Yeah, so what that means, guys, is so at any point, if your unrealized goes under 3,500 in any one trade, you will ruin the competition for yourself. So the way that you do this is risk manage. So no matter what, guys, do not let yourself get past that risk that you're trying to do. Remember, the trade is not going to be a one and done trade. That's not how the winner wins. The winner wins by doing a couple of really great trades. So one of the things you need to focus on is it's not going to be one trade that makes or breaks you. That's the focus. Don't let that one trade go straight to 3,500 and then you get out.
Yeah, so it does follow you up, and that's the big thing, right? So say you make 30 grand, right? Say you make you take your 240K and you turn it into 270,000, right? But on that third day, you lose. You bring it on that third day. You bring it from 270 down to 266. You're out. You lose that 4 grand on the last day, even though you've made 30 grand in that competition. You lose over 4 grand, or you lose over $3,500 in profit on any day. You lose over $3,500, you're out. And so it does follow you up. And that's the big thing y'all want to understand. It does follow you up. All right? And so don't think that you can build up a cushion and get around the $3,500 daily max loss. I think that's going to make this one a little bit more difficult for sure, but it does follow you up. And so you don't want to think you're good and you built up some profit and then take a $4,000 hit and be out of the competition even though you were a front runner to win this thing. And so that's a big thing, guys. Remember, that's why we're teaching you how to adjust your share size accordingly so that you're not risking that much, because you know you don't want to lose $4,000 on a trade, because then you're out. I appreciate it, the unit. Hey, thank you, brother. Hey, man,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
I said, the strategy works, brother. The strategy works, man, for sure.
Yeah, like I put, definitely unit, leave a comment on that video that helped you. You know, that's why we make our videos, especially our weekend videos, that we do strategy breakdowns. They're completely free. It's really to help you guys go ahead and see the process and then go try the process live, because that's what we've tried to create really, guys, is proven, tested strategies that if you yourself go and try to trade these and you see how we trade them, you yourself can make the profits. You know, we're not trying to be alert traders. We're trying to show you certain strategies that work here. And then you have to go ahead and execute these strategies. Now, do they work? Yes, because we've tested it and proven these strategies. We've traded them live in front of you guys. Not only have we made profits, but we've made really, really great trades by doing these strategies. So like always, what we're trying to stress here is risk management, because that's what keeps you in trading. You know, everyone can have a good strategy. You know, it's always going to come down to risk management and execution of the strategy.
Right, for sure. And yeah, I mean, somebody's asked what's a reasonable daily goal for the final term of money to aim, in your opinion. I think 5K a day is a reasonable goal. I don't think that you'll necessarily hit that, and I think $3,500 is fine. I'm just judging by, you know, last time, you know, the overall profit winners in the competition made about $30,000 to $3,500 in profit, right? And so if you think about that, 5K a day is going to get you about there, right? Now I don't think you should go crazy trying to hit that number, and I think that you need to focus more so on protecting your account and taking measured risk. But I do think roughly $3,500 to $5,000 in profit a day is fine. And I think if you have anything over really $1,000, $1,000 to $2,000, I think that's plenty. And you should probably just, you know, use your judgment to see if whether you should hang it up at that point. I know I probably will if I make a few $1,000s in a day.
And another thing I think what's a really good focus in any competition or any account that you have is always set yourself a goal. Set yourself a goal on what you want the account to accomplish. It could be, hey, let me trade with 5,000 shares every time and trade my strategy every time and see if it would work. That can bring you more value than even winning the competition. Or on an intro account, bring you more value on learning your own process and nailing down your winning strategy.
Right.
And that's really what's important here, guys. It's not about just getting in there and throwing 10,000 shares at a penny stock and hoping and praying. You know, you can do that, but I don't think that has any value to it. At the end of the day, I think that every time you trade, you should try to get value out of it. You should try to build on your skills. So really test those proven strategies that you're working on and just size up, take some risk. Right. You know, but always stick to the same patterns, the same strategies. That's what I recommend.
Right. And I mean, here's the thing. Like, the good thing is that if you build up some cushion on a particular day, right? Like, so the $3,500 max loss is there, but say you build up $4,000, then you don't have to worry about it as much, right? It's just about what your daily equity is when you start it versus when you finish it. So if your daily equity is $250,000 on a day and you finish it at 246, then you're out, you know. But if your daily equity is 250,000 and then, you know, you make 4,000, you got 253,000 in there, and then you lose, you know, $4,000, and so you start the day back off at, like, you know, 249, then you've only technically lost $1,000 on that day, and you're still in the competition, if that makes sense, right? And so it's all about what you start versus what you finish, and whatever you start with in equity in your account on that particular day, that's the number where you can't go under $3,500, over $3,500. That's the number you really want to focus on. Now, again, if you build up a cushion and then lose that cushion, that doesn't count. But if you start the day at 245 and you end the day at 241, then you're out, you know, and that's what you really want to focus on. Yeah, for sure. And I think that in the end, there's a few different methods of kind of going for it. You can either just kind of go for it for sure on day one, take a huge risk, or you can analyze the leaderboards by day one. I think if you go for it on day one, you're going to have a better chance of actually winning the competition, but you're also going to have a better chance of actually losing your account. Now it's all dependent on what you want to do. Some people are going to want to measure the first day, analyze the leaderboards, and go that way, and then other people are going to want to just kind of swing for the fences. And I think both strategies have merit, and that's just a personal preference that people are going to have to decide. I think you got to take risk, and you can't be afraid to lose this competition, guys. I know it's something to look forward to, and everybody's excited about it, but I think you can't be afraid to lose, and you got to take some swings. And so don't do what I did in the last competition, which is just trade with 100 or trade with 1,000 shares, trade small, make a few $100, and then at the end of the competition, like, man, I should have swung harder, right? Take your swings, take educated, measured risk, and you got this, guys. You guys got this.
Yeah, what I would take a look at is think about it as you were a hedge fund trader. You need to start thinking about it as you're a businessman. This is your account that has been handed to you by a hedge fund, going to give you lots and lots of buying power, want you to take it responsibly, but want you to take high risk, make some money for the account, make some money for the firm. Think that mentality, and I think you will start doing well. If you start thinking too much emotional on, is this going to be the $10,000 winner? And you can't be thinking about that. You can only think about executing your trades and sticking to your risk and reward. When you look down and you see that realize moving bigger than you normally have been used to, of course, the emotions are going to come. So one of the things I also suggest is for you new traders, a lot of the times I like to take away the account manager box a little bit further away from my eyes than the chart that I'm trading. Why? Because a lot of the times it creates more emotion than you want, and you're not going to be able to stick to the same kind of execution. So one of the things you always want to look at, guys, is how can I manage the emotions in these high stress trades? The best way to manage the emotions in high stress trades is to plan out the trade, hold it to the risk and reward, and stick to the trade. A lot of traders are going to have trouble either holding their winners or cutting losers.
Right, for sure.
A lot of traders are going to have that issue of where they'll get into a really good trade, and it's going to be hard to either take the profits or hold on to the trade and let it go into the red and let it go deep in the red. So you got to understand, make plans, make those target rewards, nail the trade, and be happy about execution. When you look down, you'll see the big amount in the realize and feel a lot more comfortable in the trade.
Right. And it's also, it's like, here's the thing, right? So somebody asked that $3,500 per day follow-up, or can you miss more once you have a cushion? You can. I'm probably going to stick to the same, or it depends on, I think that's all going to be dependent on where you're at in the competition, where you are on the leaderboards, if you even have a shot, if you're winning in your account, if you're losing in your account. Obviously, if you're losing in your account and you build up some cushion on a particular day, I think that's the day to take the swing, right? So say you build up a $3,000 cushion on the day where you can get by a little bit more from your $3,500 max loss, right? That is the day to take the swing, I think. I think that's the day where it's going to make the most sense. Hold on, guys. Sorry.
Oh, man, John hanging in there. No, but definitely find the right trades. I don't think it's not about taking risks. It's definitely going to be about taking that risk. Find those right trades that you want to stick to, the winning pattern that you like. For me, it's going to be a lot of the times that VWAP bounce plays like in LK that you're seeing right now, bouncing off those VWAPs. Those always give you opportunities. I like buying into weakness, not buying into strength. That's always going to be a matter of judgment.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that, what I was trying to say is that, if you're down in the competition and you have a pretty bad shot at winning, but you make $3,000 in a day and you build up a $3,000 cushion, then your new daily max loss is effectively what, $6,500. That's enough to take a decent swing and try to get yourself back into the competition. Again, I wouldn't necessarily suggest that if you're already green and you're doing okay in the competition. I wouldn't suggest taking a swing like that, but I do think that if you're down in the competition and you've built up a cushion on the day to where your daily max loss is widened and you have some more room, then taking a swing is suggested during those days. Because again, it's not about growing an account. It's more so about trying to win this thing. And you can nickel and dime it and trade small and trade afraid, but you got to take risks in this competition if you want to win. Because if not, there's not a point. And so just remember, guys, it's all about risk. You got to take the risk. You got to risk losing if you want to win, you know, and that's what it is. Yeah, hit us up on Discord. But with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and close it down. I hope you guys enjoyed the meeting. Let's win this thing tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow is day 1 of the World Series of Day Trading. It should be a really fun competition. Yeah, like I said, guys, if you guys want to check out our Discord, I'll post this link here. Just go to the World Series of Day Trading text channel in this Discord, and should be fun, guys. Let's do this. Let's win this thing, team.
Also, team, I'm going to be really trying to work hard on getting you guys some information, doing news and stuff like that. So if you guys want to help us out, help other traders, in our Discord is where we can talk about these. That's where you can post links. If you see some good kind of news that you want to put out on different stocks that you're looking for tomorrow, I'll be putting out kind of a watch list for the trade and for the competition. I know John would probably do the same.
Yeah.
Like always, guys, just keep working at it. Do your research. Try to take it like a business, and I know you guys will do great. I'm just really happy that we get to all trade together as a team once more and try to win and get first place, because I know I want to get first place this time. I know John wants it, and I know the family out there is going to work hard to get us in first place. So let's do it, guys.
Yes, sir. Let's win this thing. Yeah, so SMA, that's what mine is. Mine is -22. Or mine is, let me see.
Yes, so that stands for standard deviations.
Yeah, mine is -2, +2 day.
Yep.
Is my standard deviation. But yeah, guys, if anybody wants to use the same platform as us, there's the link. Great way to help support us. It's one of the cheapest way a new trader can get started and actually day trade the market with no PDT rule, actually short stocks. I think it's just the cheapest around. Comes with the course, demo account, chat room access. And to be fair, I think most traders are going to lose this as well. But I think it's just the cheapest way to get started. We do make a commission if you sign up through us, and so it's a great way to help support our channel, but obviously we're biased in their favor. But if you want to use the same platform as us and actually day trade with no PDT, there's the link in the chat. You can also become a channel member there, and I'll post this link if you want to use the same scanners, which in my opinion are the best scanners in trading. They're trade ideas, and you can use promo code BT15, get 15% off. I'll post that link one more time as well. Hit that like button, guys, if you haven't already. I know we don't have 100 today, but I haven't really been pushing the likes today, guys, so that's okay. But yeah, guys, good luck in the markets. Let's win this thing tomorrow. We'll have a meeting tomorrow morning, same time as always. So just join our stream, and we'll talk about game plan and stuff tomorrow morning in Discord and during the stream, guys. And so it should be fun. And yeah, have a good day, team. You done, Mitch? You got anything?
Oh, I'm done.
Okay.
You guys have a good one.
Later, guys.